record holder when he was previously doing runs and just playing really solidly. So if he's playing at top form, then he can definitely give Seraphim a run for his money, although Seraphim is also one of our strongest runners that we have around right now. Probably one of our strongest runners ever.
Yeah, his hiatus. Oh, but
there we go.
See, we're actually about to start. His hiatus took a while. That's what I tried to say, but it's actually quarterfinals of that, so
yeah,
you probably know what he's doing.
He's definitely proven his worth, and he's definitely worked to get where he is. So I do hope that we can see him play as well as he can, because I'm sure Seraphim's not going to give him any free games. This is a best-of-3 match, so it's the first runner to 2 wins. And right off the bat in City Escape, our runners are about 10 seconds off from reaching City Escape skip, which they're going to have an attempt at, and if either of them manages to hit it, it is going to put the one who gets it into a pretty much a clear 30-second lead. So Seraphim is coming up to the ramp, he's got the jump, and he's got the skip.
Good job, Seraphim.
And Nineball doesn't have the skip, so yeah, if Nineball was an underdog before, he has even more of an uphill battle now, because this is quite a time deficit to make up.
Yeah, it's generally like 30 seconds difference at the beginning of the race, but this race will take like quite a long time, and there is also a RNG factor, so
yeah,
again, a bunch of stuff can happen. Like, again, speaking about your last race, you and Dage lost to each other when you actually got C-skip, you lose to Dage, and then Dage got C-skip, he actually lost to you, so...
Yeah, it is possible. It's uncommon, but it can happen, and I do rate Nineball as a pretty decent CE skipless player, and he's making pretty much the best that he can out of this skipless CE. There haven't been like many major mistakes. He could have taken the skyscraper section a little faster, but aside from that, it looks like he's going to finish up with like around a 2-minute time, which is still definitely a respectable skipless CE.
Yeah, looks like Nineball is about to get sub 2 as well. Yeah, it should be sub 2. And Seraphim, meanwhile, I actually started the first boss fight, which is not like the best one. I don't know, it's kind of weird fight.
Nineball honestly had an extremely smooth truck section there, I think. Like, that movement was just so clean.
She got 138 checkpoints, so it took exactly 20 seconds in truck section.
Seraphim having a pretty good Bigfoot there. The idea is simply that you want to just exploit the front boxes there to get as many hits on his cockpit as quickly as possible. There are boxes around the corners of the arena. You can use the back boxes as well, but it's a couple of seconds slower, albeit a bit safer. And Seraphim is now coming into the first knuckle stage. I'm sure you can tell us all about these stages. Ooh.
Yeah, that's very neat first piece. That's very good second piece as well. Oh wow. Seraphim's getting carried by very first RNG stage.
I mean, if anyone can tell us about the knuckle stages, I think it is you.
Ooh.
These pieces, damn.
Yeah, I kind of have limited time to talk about this because I probably can talk about it for hours. It's kind of super complicated. Wait, 21:39. I've seen that time before in the last race. That's amazing. Alright. Green pink, that means you can get one of 2. Whoa, that's an interesting way to grab this piece actually. I don't think I've seen that before.
That's not bad. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Wings of 2 birds. This isn't fantastic, because if he gets something like Armored Carpool, or sorry, Sandpit for his third, then this isn't great.
I think I saw 4-wheeling eyes, but I can be wrong.
Well, if he has got it, he's going to get the radar coming back here. No.
No. Red.
Yeah. This isn't fantastic, and his movement was a little like shaky getting between pieces here, so he probably could have gotten a sub 30 with that set, but I think he was just a little unsure of exactly where he needed to go.
Yeah, he kind of lost where was the second piece for some reason, but first and last piece grab was okay. And meanwhile, Seraphim is doing a fancy jump on the first stage, which is, if not the most difficult, it's one of 2 most difficult, definitely.
Yeah, Prison Lane is definitely a technical stage. Like Knuckles, sorry, not Knuckles, Tails is quite a technical character in himself, and the movement of Tails is quite a bit harder than it actually looks in order to execute well. The problem with Tails' movement is that ground cornering is not really an option, because if you corner too sharply with Tails, he just loses all of his momentum. So what you'll see the runners doing is trying to jump around as many corners as possible, because Tails will keep his momentum as long as you turn in the air. And if you do need to do some ground cornering, you can get away with a little more than usual by letting the camera do a lot of the work, so it's really just a lot of experience and knowing how much cornering you can get away with.
Yeah, that is kind of a gimmick of the stage, when you don't actually need to kill like all the enemies on your way, you just need to kill like certain ones, and when you do that correctly, like the upcoming gate is starting to open, and well, that's pretty much way to optimize.
Seraphim's having a pretty clean prison lane here. This is looking like...
He missed the
actually
second
lost his
help.
speed. Yeah, I think he tried to turn a little too sharply with the camera, so he did lose his speed and missed the second gate hop, but this is still going to be like a 137.
Yeah,
Considering
that's
missing one
actually...
gate hop, a 137 is pretty damn good for prison lane.
That's impressive considering he missed second gate hop and
Yeah.
did some damage. Yeah.
Let's see if Nineball can keep up with that, because if I needed to rate one character as a particular player's strongest character, then for Nineball, I do think that Tails is his strongest character. He has previously told me before as well that Tails is his favorite character to use, so it makes sense. But even like back in the day, like 3 years ago, he was getting some very strong Tails times. Like, just talking about this stage in general, a lot of top-level runners will be quite happy with times like 134, and I distinctly remember Nineball getting a 132 on at least one occasion in prison lane. See, there you go,
wow.
the casual 136, edging out Seraphim's, and Seraphim's stage was already pretty good.
Yeah. That's insane times, honestly. I don't know. Tails moment is probably the hardest to optimize in general, because there's like a lot of really little details which you need to pay attention to, and it's just so easy to mess it up.
Mm-hmm. Metal Harbor, on the other hand, is, for Seraphim at least, already nearly over, but Nineball does have most of the stage to go. Seraphim did pick up the light shoes earlier, which is one of Sonic's upgrades and allows the player to light dash across trails of rings. Nineball's also going to be coming up on it in about 5 seconds or so. So Seraphim is honestly about 40 seconds ahead. Seraphim does have a substantial lead right now, but there is the entire rest of the game ahead of these guys, and it's absolutely not an easy run by any means.
Yeah. He started prison lane being 47 seconds ahead, and looks like it's kind of a good chance. Oh, Nineball was going for fully skip, and he successfully got it.
Yeah, man, when he wants to, he pulls out them advanced strats, and he doesn't make mistakes. He's very good.
Yeah, he can catch some catch-ups for like a few seconds, I believe. Seraphim got 125, what is not the best time you can get, but it's fairly decent.
By my estimation, Nineball is on a similar pace. He's probably on like a 124 or 125 pace, so we'll see. It looks like to me he released the rocket. Yeah, he did release the rocket late, so that actually does waste a second or two on its own. So maybe we're looking like a 127 now? That's what I'm going to bet on.
Oh, that jump was...
Oh man, what do I know? Wow, a 125 with that rocket release, that's impressive.
He lost actually 2 frames to Seraphim on this stage.
Seraphim's taking Shadow on a little safe. There's a immediate spin dash that you can do to go towards Shadow a little faster. And by a little faster, I mean about a quarter of a second faster. But Seraphim just opts for the safe approach instead, using storage to hit Shadow, which is really just a matter of holding B. For some reason, they decided to put all of the actions in this game on the same button, even though they had even on the Dreamcast, they had like 4 buttons.
Yeah, I
on the
had
controller
like
to
4
work with.
buttons, but yeah,
It's not enough.
Why do you keep like pinning all the actions to like one button and for another button which has the same function on the entire game? I don't know, it's kind of weird. Especially considering how many upgrades you can collect as Sonic.
So let's see how Seraphim does with Green Forest. Aside from City Escape, which has a major skip, which, I mean, a lot of people will go for because it's at the very start of the game, and it doesn't really cost anything to miss. The major skip in this stage, though, does cost quite a lot of time to miss, so let's see how Seraphim handles the wall run when he gets there.
It's actually legit difficult to die going for C skip, but when I'm going for Green Forest Wall Run, there are like so many little details which can make things go wrong, and even if you're not gonna die and somehow gonna save yourself, it's can just cost some time if you like miss the loop speed trigger. So
like City Escape skip is a matter of you just go for it and hope you get it. If you don't, it's no problem. With this wall run that Seraphim is about to do, you can honestly put hundreds of lives into learning it, and it takes hundreds of lives before you
good
start
landing.
It. Yeah, he has a good landing.
Going for toss run.
No, he doesn't. He wasn't on the right vertex for task run, so he's just bailing out with a moonshot, which is a good calculation. You can only attempt task run by landing on a specific part of the tree.
Yeah, it worked for me, like landed on the correct spot or kind of close to it, but I'm not like super experienced about like exactly task run. Because
you just need to land on a specific vertex, really, and I think he was a little too far to the left of it, but Moonshot is still perfectly respectable. Nineball attempting a nice little mini wall run himself there, but
it's always nice to get
something to latch there. And he was in ball form when he hit that wall, I think, as well, and Sonic will not latch onto walls in that manner if he's in the ball form. You do need to be out of the ball form. He's not gone for the wall run, so he's just doing a skipless Green Forest. It looks like he's just taking a zero risk approach here, which is similar to what I would do. I would need some convincing to go for the wall run in a race like this.
Yeah, sometimes consistent can save you more time than trying to go for risk skip and just dying. Seraphim got quite an interesting piece.
Yeah.
Which is enemy piece, and it's very close to middle of the stage, what means you probably will get not the best second piece.
He did get spooked by the ghost when he collected that as well.
If you it's actually quite okay. Oh wait, Nineball actually died. Yeah, on probably this escape, but it's not a big deal since he actually hit this checkpoint. It cost you like 10 seconds. Well, it kind of costly, but not too much.
Seraphim's going to be pretty lucky if he gets this piece in this location.
I'm not sure if it can spawn here, but I don't know. I want to check
the piece ranges being what they are, that would have been pretty unlikely to see that specific piece in that location, since you already had a first piece that was on Ghost Train Mountain, so it makes it far more likely to see a third piece on Church Mountain instead, as it's a larger range.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Alright, let's see for NG for Nineball this time, while Seraphim is about to start for the most heavy cycle-based stage, what is Mission Street. It's kind of weird because it feels slow. It's definitely the slowest tail stage, compared with like all the others except for 101. And the final time, like real time, completely depends on which cycle you're gonna get. You're barely gonna lose any time after like all the cycles.
Yeah. Nineball meanwhile had Pathline with Rings to Twin Skulls. This is an interesting set. I'm not really sure what piece 3 he can get. Hopefully it's just not something like Suffering from stuff.
Wait, what?
Yo, these pieces.
I actually remember this layout because this is a layout I actually been grinding from Segmented Run when I go for the first piece without him. And
that is the last piece 3 I expected to see with that piece 2. Yeah,
this layout is amazing. Wow.
Yeah, he definitely pulled back a bit of time there, and it looks like a 48 check here for Seraphim, so it looks like he hasn't gone for the IGT abuse, but he's nonetheless gotten the weight hop in Mission Street, so he should still be on the 0 cycle pace.
Yeah, there is no really reason to go for IGT strats in race conditions, especially if you're not on PB pace.
Yeah, that's true. If you were on PB pace, then maybe, but as the name suggests, it's a purely IGT-based strat where you simply freeze the timer and wait when you collect the upgrade, but if you then miss the weight hop when you attempt it, it does tend to...
Seraphim got jumped way too early, or didn't get good hover. It's like one of those two, and it's gonna cost him like about 1.5 cycles at least.
Yeah, he's still considerably ahead, and Nineball has made the weight hop, so he does have his own chance at 0 cycle. This is another opportunity for Nineball to keep making some time up. I'm not sure in that spot if it would have been better for Seraphim to go for the half cycle. I don't know if he could have still made it. I didn't quite catch it.
I think it, like, walk of shame, which we used to call it like that, probably cost consistent 2 cycles. I've never seen if somebody lost only 1.5. Alright, Seraphim is pretty much on the safe spot after this, and well, he just needs to move to the goal ring.
Well, these moving platforms can be weird, but he manages to navigate them fine. It's possible with the wrong collision for that last slanted platform to just slide you off to the left and clip you through the platform.
Yeah, I think I saw that twice, and it's kind of weird because you never expect it, but if you're not really paying attention to what you're doing, it's totally possible to die there. It's just kind of hard for them to do on purpose.
And Nineball does have the zero cycle himself, so just like Pumpkin Hill, Nineball's only going to be continuing to save time here on Seraphim, as long as he avoids his own unfortunate mistakes at the end of Mission Street, which, honestly, any advanced runner does know how to take this safely, if they just need to. That was
kind of, yeah, that was scary.
I nearly cursed it. I nearly cursed it. Yeah, that is exactly what I was talking about, but thankfully it didn't actually cost him a death.
Yeah. So good job on Nineball for saving 24 seconds or something like that on this stage.
Making me look bad. Making me look bad, man.
And
let's see what Seraphim gets. Checking some free pieces, but he doesn't have anything yet.
Can still get the piece. It's the side one. It should be the side one.
Yeah, the first location he was going for, it will only be there if the radar was not pinging when you enter the stage. Oh, this piece too is garbage.
Definitely. Oh, he decided not to go for war on instead, take the spring instead. Well, that's almost about the same.
As long as the third piece isn't something like dented ceiling, this shouldn't be too bad.
I think it should be Ghost Room. Whoa, wow.
That's not bad.
That's actually really good, yeah. Like, second piece was not the best, but he got all the three pieces, like, one by one in the main room.
Yeah. And Nineball, meanwhile, doesn't have a... Oh. He's running with this?
He's going for this. Wow.
This surprises me. I'm really surprised that he's running with this, and he doesn't have a free piece either. I don't like this decision, actually. This is just going to cost him time.
That's kind of weird, because Henry actually checked for this piece first, without going for the top switch. He read the probably second worst possible piece one, which you potentially can get here, and he actually decided to go for it. It's like without free pieces. What is it more?
He's also getting near the blue flame piece too. This is really bad for Nineball. Like, okay, let's look at this for a second. He was getting out of the bottom area where he got his first piece at roughly 30 seconds. As far as a good stage goes, you would expect a good aquatic mine to be about that long. So what we consider to be a good aquatic mine, it took him that long just to get his first piece. That is why we do not like going for that piece. And yeah, he's
going to the wrong then. It's like, yeah, it's not here. There is a visual. Oh, he tried to beat this up. So there is a visual cue I understand on this sign clip. You can read. You can like check the ping, and if your radar is green, then it's the close one, and it's kind of easy to jump from here. But if it doesn't ping, then it means like R1, and Nineball actually tried to go for it. And Nineball got really brutal RNG. Like all three pieces were really terrible. But
I'm not gonna lie, that was a little painful to watch.
Yeah, it was also kind of weird decision not to reset for this piece, because it's kind of very common strat for this. So I don't know.
It's, like if the other two pieces had been fantastic, then maybe it would have been worth going for Brick Room. But this is kind of the problem. You don't know what pieces you have, so if you know your piece one is bad, I mean, like I said, you could get a good piece 2 and 3, but there's absolutely no guarantee of it. So it's just overwhelmingly better to wait for a piece 1 that's not absolutely terrible.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't know. He probably maybe had this in his head when he tried to check for the skin, but then he probably forgot for like a few seconds that he's supposed to reset, and then it was kind of late, and he decided to go for it. I don't know. Yeah. It's kind of weird.
It could be that he just doubled down on that decision, yeah. Seraphim looks like he's had a really good Route 101, meanwhile. We didn't really talk about Route 101 as there isn't too much to talk about in this stage. The driving is pretty simple. We can use it as a method of measuring the time between the runners though, and it looks like Seraphim is about a minute and a half ahead of Nineball at this point, because yeah, that aquatic mine really did not help Nineball.
Oh wow.
2:13. Yeah, very good. Like after the Walk of Shame mishap in Mission Street, I was thinking that Seraphim's main task from here on out really just needs to be to control his nerves, not let it get to him, and just finish in the best fashion that he can. And it's looking like he's definitely focusing on that right now, because at 2:13 Route 101 is very, very good.
Seraphim is a pretty experienced runner. He's been in situations like this before, even on GDQ. when he died on Road 101 and things started to go wrong, he definitely should know how to recover from mistake like Walk of Shame.
Yeah.
And looks like Seraphim is going for GC skip, but it looked like he kind of missed an input or something, but he got perfect flip in the corner.
Yeah,
So he didn't
that's
lose
nice.
any height of it, and it looks super good.
Yeah, the
Good
movement
file.
to be able to get that through there without clipping is very, very precise. So Nineball reaching the end of his own Route 101 whilst Seraphim just continues to make his way through hidden base. Lots of hover jumps used in hidden base to try and get through at a faster rate. There's a little bit of out of bounds shenanigans in this stage as well, which we'll see at the end.
Yeah, I don't use it very often, but you potentially can. It's just kind of hard to like execute it fast enough. More like task strats or like not very useful strats like going for Mystic Melody early because well, it's not a necessary upgrade. And Seraphim is about to finish to third of the stage.
A 112 checkpoint without pole jump is honestly very clean though.
Yeah, this is my base, look really good. Right, this is potentially one of the most dangerous places for Seraphim, but passed very well. Alright, let's see what Nineball will go for.
The trio of pyramid stages in general are all very challenging.
Nineball is going for pole jump, but he kinda missed the second jump unfortunately, so he had to go for backup, but...
That really sucks because the first jump is easily the more difficult of the two, so...
Yeah, he got the first jump.
He maybe was just relieved that he got the first jump and then momentarily lost his focus, I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, it's still really nice to see that he actually decided to go for it, and well, who knows, maybe he will get it next try.
He definitely made the correct decision in not finishing it though, because you do need a second hover jump to be able to make it over a wall later on in that skip.
Oh, he missed this jump as well, like hovering with...
It doesn't lose too much time, but yeah, he just needs to make sure to play solidly from here on out, because his checkpoint is a few seconds behind what Seraphim had at that point.
Meanwhile, Seraphim starts in the most technical and definitely the most difficult Sonic stage in general. It also has most broken and most awesome upgrade for Hero Story, what is most breasted. Seraphim is about... he almost got sub 30, not that far from that. And...
yeah, the bounce bracelet is definitely Sonic's best friend, as it lets you just go straight up walls like that. That
was very low bounce actually, when I guess comparing with what you usually can get, but it's actually quite helpful here because if you got away too much height, you're kinda about to lose a few frames or maybe a second.
Yeah, that's true.
Second tunnel is just super tricky. It's just weird. You just need to know exactly what to do, and it's impossible to just properly explain to move fast enough. And then Seraphim is going for snake skip, properly.
This is looking like a 130 pace pyramid cave so far. This is very clean.
Yeah, he told me that he got 124 on practice before Restory style.
124? Wow, that is...
No, I said 129. Did I say 124? My bad.
You said 124, yeah, that's impressive.
I'm sorry, no, I didn't mean that. I mean, Seraphim probably can get it eventually, but... well, he's still getting like really good times anyway.
Yeah, like 132, that's
crazy.
still... 132 is still damn good. Like, at a high level, runners honestly wouldn't complain too much about getting anything that's under like a 135.
Not very many people can get sub 113 runs in general, so that was really clean. Pyramid Cave.
So this stage can make a lot of difference. Death Chamber, I mean, if Hidden Base and Pyramid Cave are Sonic and Tails' most difficult stage, then this is definitely Knuckles' most difficult stage.
That's pretty comfy first piece. You like in the middle of the stage. After grabbing it, you can grab it fairly quick, and you also can go for Death Strat. Oh wait, I misread this. I thought it's a burst in place, so Death Strat is not the best option here. And he got piece, which is probably one of the most common areas. Yeah, it's like narrow path between...
It looks like he's going to clip for this, and I'm not sure about this decision. I would have just gone through the blue path myself.
I would actually go for this, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like it's faster. I don't think I actually retimed that, but it feels like the same actually, but you're kind of a little bit closer to
Red Room. Did miscalculate where to clip back in there though. He did clip back a little early, and he was using very, very liberal amounts of the glide reset.
Oh my god, this is one of the worst last pieces you can get.
Yeah, he's actually dying, so he's gonna re-roll his last piece and respawn in the red room.
Yeah, main purpose of this death was the death warp, but he also got... Oh my god, if only he would get this piece before death, it would be amazing.
That would have been super good. Like,
So yeah,
getting those 3 pieces in one set, and pattern shorts to Baton Scorpion to Area 4 Scorpions are looking at, that would be a legit good death this time. But as it is, that really was not a very good death chamber for Seraphim. His execution getting to the second piece had some questionable decisions, which did cost quite a bit of time. But then he did make the most out of death abusing, so he didn't have to deal with a terrible third piece. So this is an opportunity for Nineball to make back some of this time.
I think he just accidentally dropped a little bit height, and that's why he kind of like lost a few seconds after it. And well, second piece in general was not the best, and it was the
he was glide resetting a lot though, was the thing. Like, he was glide resetting almost every second when you really don't need to use it more than once every few seconds to maintain height.
What is Nineball gonna do? Oh,
I would have just gone for that. I would have gone for 2 gatekeepers. That's not a bad second piece.
honestly, I would not go for it, but the main reason is because I just don't like to check the hint first. But if you check the hint first, second piece in core is pretty good.
Well, well, you have to remember as well, the problem is that this is a race, and death strats cost a lot more time in RTA than they do with IGT.
Wait, what is this piece?
Ghost protects the goddess, and I'm not convinced about this. I'll be
Meanwhile,
surprised
Seraphim
if
got
he
fireballs.
doesn't die again. Oh, he's not clipping towards the secret room. He's just going
that's
there.
buff, yeah.
I'll be surprised if he doesn't die after collecting this, though, because... Oh, really?
You can get third piece very close, honestly, to this hallway, but...
It's not likely, though, so we'll see. And they...
Ooh, this chamber is being a real bully for both
it's living up to its name for our runners, for sure. And Seraphim looks like he's... I mean, that egg golem looked a bit awkward, but he's actually coming out with a pretty decent time here. This is going to be like a mid-35.
Yeah, we kind of missed this a little bit, but Seraphim also got fireball skip, which can let you to save 5 seconds. And it's kind of weird strat, but it's probably consistent if you practice enough.
I've got to say, Nineball is really getting punished by RNG in this run. Like, his Pumpkin Hill was fantastic, but aside from that, his Knuckle stages have not been good.
Well, I don't know, he kind of decided to go for red-blue secret over core piece, I think. So, I don't know.
As I said, if I was in his shoes, I would have just gone for 2 gatekeepers as soon as I saw him. Like, by the time he was clipping for Ghost Protects the Goddess, he could have already had 2 gatekeepers.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. Like, when you really want to get second piece in red, you can just keep dying like way too much. Because, well, in general, chances are pretty good for second piece to spawn in red after first piece in blue, but he wasn't lucky this time, unfortunately.
Yeah. I just don't like the fact that each death costs a few more seconds in RTA than it does for IGT, and that is the metric that we use for races, so you really just have to calculate whether it's worth it.
It's just, generally more risky to keep dying in races, but it's barely punishing for just actual runs, and I have a kind of mixed feelings about that. Like, you don't really need to go for like most average pieces, you can just keep dying until you get like one of the best. Nineball got low 45 for King Boom Boo,
It's
like
perfectly standard King Boom Boo.
Yeah, it's like fairly good time without fireball skip, and one of the hardest stages.
Out of bounds first try on EE as well, so it looks like he's just going to have a regular first cycle Eternal Engine, probably around 2 minutes. Let's see if Nineball can keep up with Seraphim's egg golem pace. It looks like, oh,
I don't like how much it works on this boss. Yeah, it just...
Okay, he can still kind of keep pace though, because this is also looking like it's going to be like a mid-35.
Alright, he's doing well.
If he can just get this last one, there you go.
Yeah,
nice.
that's still very good at golem anyway. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, these common attacks, it just happens so often in this boss fight. Like, it doesn't matter after you're already down with this boss fight, but sometimes you can just miss your hit. and well, you can just get phantom hit when you keep being in ball form, or you can just miss home and attack with like no reason. You just like fly, I don't know, just in slightly different direction.
Yeah. Like 37 is certainly not a perfect egg golem, but it's runnable for sure.
It's pretty good for aces.
And he made the most out of what he got out of that egg golem for sure.
Meanwhile, Seraphim is about to start the most hated, probably,
The
knuckle
best
stage, because
knuckle stage.
well, you can't do a lot about this. There is like one general route to the middle area, and there is like another general route to the top area.
Do you really think these meteor herds are going to be worse than the death chambers that we saw them?
I don't think so, but it can be.
I don't think they can. I don't think they can be worse than the death chambers that we saw.
It's actually not that bad. Like this second piece,
meteorite is an okay first piece. Come on, show him that top piece. He's gonna get between the moon and stars. Watch. I'm telling you. Told you. That's between the moon and stars, right? Oh, he's checking his spreadsheet to see what third piece Seraphim is getting. And Nineball actually just died on Eternal Engine. That's actually quite a bit costly. The platforms moving back and forth, not the up and down ones, but the ones moving back and forth, he actually just didn't manage to clear the gap. So Tommy, have a guess. What third piece does Seraphim have?
Yeah, this is perfect.
Well, I kind of finished watching that. I just like kind of. Oh, Nineball just took a death.
You were watching the spreadsheet, I assume, looking for his third piece.
No.
Yeah, you were. Oh yeah, Nineball taking the second death here. He's Eternal Engine is really making him work here. I don't know if he's just having problems with his hover inputs or if there's something in particular up.
That's how you want to play. I will take it from you.
Alright, meanwhile, Seraphim starting Rouge fight, going for English trap, what is okay. Pretty. Oh my god, Seraphim just got sub 15 seconds fight.
Oh yeah,
Are you proud of him? It should be, yeah, it's really good time. And Nineball is on. I don't think he will catch first cycle, but yeah, he kind of got like middle 107. Yeah, he's definitely taking second cycle.
Seraphim, meanwhile, is coming up on what is probably the most difficult skip of the run. We're definitely gonna have to see.
I totally forgot that Nineball actually dies, so cycles are messed up a little bit, so it doesn't matter anyway.
He works a lot on this skip though. He's coming up on CGSS. It is the most difficult skip in the run, like I said, but Seraphim works on it like a madman, so hopefully he does have this down.
Checkpoint work, thank you.
He is getting the checkpoint for safety. I mean, he's going to be hoping to hit the skip first try anyway, but in the event that he doesn't, missing the skip will cost like 20 extra seconds from not getting the checkpoint. He is out of bounds first try, so let's see.
Looks like a good attempt. He needs just to find his visual cue and properly.
It's looking pretty good though. He just needs to go down a bit more.
Kinda, yeah, he should be good. Yeah.
There we go. Very nice. That is quite a bit more difficult than it looks. So very good job hitting it first try like that with barely any hesitation.
Nineball.
He's
barely hit the goal ring. Yeah. It's always so scary me because. Well, I've seen like how Shibaki died on this tournament, and it cost him a race in group stage. So, like going for this risky drop, it's probably not really worth it in races unless you feel really comfortable with this.
Hey, it's only risky if you're in the wrong spot.
Yeah, I mean, if you feel comfortable, you definitely can go for it. Just don't make it to cost you too much time. Seraphim's going for quite different strat than I used to, but it worked very well.
Alright, here we go. Nineball with the perfect pieces. On a rotating beacon above a blue moon, very good first piece. Then up to the top for highest rotating beacon, and then he's going to get cage in a container, says the king. I'm telling you, it's happening. This is what it is now.
What was your call for last piece?
Cage in a container. Give me $100 if I'm right.
Possible. Oh, no. Double top pieces.
He's keeping on going down as well. No. Oh, wow. That wasn't my fault. I'm not claiming responsibility for that one. I didn't do that. He's still getting a perfectly respectable time, though. Like, he lost a lot of time on that third piece, and he's still coming out with a 42.
He didn't really have to go anywhere, so, like, second and third pieces on the top are not that bad, honestly. It's just a lot worse when there is only second or third one. And Seraphim is about to finish final rush skip. He look pretty good. Yeah, he probably will get it fairly easy. It's like one of the most consistent skip in the runs. Yes, Seraphim is not really on PvP pace, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is like nowhere near PvP pace. This is going to be about like a high 35, probably like a 35, 50x, or going up towards a 36 at this rate. He's a little low here, but he should have enough height to make it.
I don't think he actually will have. No.
Oh, he hit the kill plane anyway. Well,
yeah,
if
he was way too far, honestly.
Well, if he was on PvP pace before, he certainly isn't now.
That's kind of uncommon that like people die on a far skip, but it's probably because of nervous and stuff.
Yeah, it's unfortunate as well that is the worst spot to die on a far skip, because I mean it's right at the end. It takes more time to get there, and it's why we spend so much attention on making sure that you're going to have enough height to make it to the end, because taking a death at that point is just so punishing.
It's still possible to die at the worst time when you'll kind of have barely enough of a height, but you kind of getting dragged by invisible wall and you're not really successfully doing backup, so it can be
it's like
worse.
Let's look at it in these sorts of terms. I don't think Nineball's going to go for CGSS. He's probably going for CGS here, but if Seraphim, okay, he's not going to take another death here, but if he were to take another death in that same way, it would actually considerably shorten the gap between the two of them. So yeah, definitely need to be careful with the skips and make sure you actually land them. Imagine that though, like getting CGSS first try and then missing FR skip. Wow.
Yeah, I mean that might happen easily. Of course, well, it's SA2.
Huh, no problem.
And it's no reset conditions, both of them. So
Nineball just needs to make sure he hits the goal ring now, because hitting the goal ring's difficult on CGSS, but it's not free on this either. But he knows exactly where to go, and he's in.
It kind of feels more consistent, but it's definitely not great.
Yeah. Seraphim is about to finish out though, so the win counter already there, even when maybe the SRL race ended. I'm not sure.
Oh wow! I mean,
spoilers.
He probably potentially can struggle for like a few minutes, but I don't believe that.
Speed gaming with those spoilers. Wow. People pay good money to watch this.
It's rigged, guys. It's just a replay. That honestly looks very similar, to what Seraphim did.
Two very nice segment fights. And so Nineball is just going to have to close out his own FR, and I'm sure Seraphim will be raring to go for round 2. He's got 1 win under his belt, he just needs 1 more. So, I mean, yeah, if Nineball wants to stay in contention, he's going to need to pull out a very good game too.
Yeah, good job on Seraphim on his run. He almost catch 36, but his last death on Final Rush was unfortunately. 36 is a really good run for Raze.
I mean, I always get 36s in races.
Alright.
I actually don't.
But the question is, let's always get in at 35.
Alright, okay. I'll get 35s in races when I can consistently hit C's.
And I'll actually take a death here too.
And yeah, that kill plane will get you. It's one of the reasons why FR skip. I mean, FR skip really doesn't look like much when runners are doing it, but we saw with Seraphim doing it that you can both be in the wrong position at the end and still hit a kill plane at the end. The same is true with this gravity fall that Nineball's doing right now. That if you're falling at the wrong angle, then you can still hit kill planes here. So it is more difficult and quite a bit more involved than it looks. He should be in nicely with this attempt though, assuming that he turned at the right time.
I find it kind of funny that at the beginning of this tournament in the group stages, I've seen a lot of deaths on Final Rush skip. And when we started to see and play single elimination brackets, like everyone kind of became consistent on the skip for a while, and then we can see this game. And well, they each died on this once, and it cost him a race. And well, it happened to Seraphim and Nineball this match. That's kind of It's kind of funny, I guess. It's definitely all just like about nervous because again, it's not that difficult to execute it.
Yes!
Yeah. Seraphim is reloading his game for game 2. You can, of course, just leave the game open
No problem.
between runs, but and Seraphim's struggling to launch the game now. There's the risk inherent there, because if runners are going for the optimal times, they do actually prefer to relaunch the game between runs because you save a little bit of time on Route 101.
Philman SA2 doesn't want to be launched twice in a row, apparently. Come on, SA2. We need another race.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
At the very
Shadow's getting
least,
some trouble to
people
Nineball.
get their money's worth with a 2-1 situation here.
I think he's getting crashed again. That's so intensive to look at these launching attempts, honestly.
Yeah. Nineball has just closed it out though. He's finished his own run with a 40-33.
Yeah, so Seraphim secured his first win on this, and I think we're about to start second race as soon as Seraphim will actually manage to launch the game again. That's kind of funny. I think he tried to launch it for like 5th time already. Oh, he got it. Good. Nineball got it first try.
So both our runners just going to be making new files. Oh, I think Seraphim's actually taken a preparatory final rush skip attempt to probably make sure nothing like that happens again. I can only assume.
It looked like he kind of had trouble with turning, and he kind of stuck probably for 1 or like 2 seconds longer than he tried to with skill gravity, and that's basically what cost him extra distance.
Well, he's certainly not going for fast FR.
Let's not talk about fast far. That's forbidden skip.
Has
Or
anyone
not-
actually gone for it and gotten it in this tournament?
I don't think so, actually. I know that a couple of people tried to go for it, but I don't think somebody actually got it.
I mean, if Dark Row had been in this tournament, he probably would have at least attempted it.
I think Dage tried to go for it, but I can be wrong. I also know that Dage and Geek tried to go for Mission Street 4 runs. Crazy guys. But nobody got it as well. Like, it's fairly new thing, and a couple of people actually got it RTA, but just not in the middle of the run. You barely have any window for mistakes to manage to work. And I don't know, it would be kind of weird if somebody will actually get this, like, skill gravity and will run on Mission Street, and after so many attempts, he will just forget when he will need to jump to move to the next cycle, and he will just probably fall over. It's a difficult game.
I assume that we're going to only be a few seconds away from starting this second race, though, so the onus is definitely on Nineball now to keep himself in the running here. Like, 2 games is not an impossible deficit to make up, but it's certainly difficult to string 2 games back
And
to
we're
back.
about to start. That
There
was
we go.
fast. It feels like Nineball actually has some disadvantage in loadings.
Yeah, it looks like it, but yeah, because both runners did relaunch the game, so it's not that Seraphim would have a load advantage from just having the game still cached. That wouldn't be an issue. I think Seraphim's loads are just faster.
Yeah, I also just noticed in the beginning of previous race that they had synced timer on splits, but for some reason Nineball IGT time was like 1 second slower, and I wasn't sure if it was inaccurate start or it's actually loading problems, but now I'm pretty sure it's all because of loadings. So it's gonna cost him extra seconds.
So Seraphim isn't in the right place to go for C-skip, so he did miss it.
He
Nineball
tried
also
to go
doesn't
for
get it, though.
stopless, probably because he was on the wrong side, on the wrong side for his regular setup, and Nineball just really go for it. So we're gonna have a fair beginning of this. Like, skipless C is kind of challenging, and not very many runners actually practice it.
Yeah, both of them actually struggled a little to get on that one rail there. So both of our runners not having the cleanest skipless C ever. Nineball taking the ramp. Oh, wow.
That's A rank strats. Good A rank strats.
He's getting those points just to make sure.
Yeah.
He gets the fast unlaunch from the skyscraper wall as well, which is nice.
Alright. That kind of looks scary a little bit.
They're definitely no more than a couple of seconds apart here. This is not bad.
Oh, Seraphim kind of fall down from rail, but then he recovered. And Nineball is actually slightly ahead now. Wow.
Oh, the lead! Then they both get the first hill stick in truck section. That's actually really difficult because there's a very precise spot you need to hit for that.
Look at this truck section by Nineball. Oh my god, it's so good.
Oh, he's gonna win! My boy! He's going in! This is
so good.
Now, yeah, Nineball's just having really good truck sections, if anything. Like, if there's one spot in his runs that he's playing really well, it is the truck sections.
Yeah, it's a lot more difficult than it looks. So Nineball saved like slightly more than 5 HG seconds and probably another one on loading. He actually lost one. I kind of messed some works up.
So it's definitely going to be interesting with this relatively small gap between the runners to see when the lead changes, like what causes it and how long the runners are going to maintain the lead, because currently definitely the biggest contender for exchanging the lead right now is Wild Canyon. If one runner, like if Nineball gets a really bad Wild Canyon, Seraphim gets a really good Wild Canyon, he can definitely be in the lead after that stage, but we're just going to have to wait and see.
Good Bigfoots for both of them. Nineball was very close to another frame perfect Bigfoot. Lost like 5 frames or something close to it.
He was about half a second faster than Seraphim. So here we go with Wild Canyon. So
he doesn't even check for middle bear box. Wow, I didn't.
Seraphim
got the middle one. That's why you check for it.
That's why you check it. So advantage Seraphim right here, and Nineball getting a very bad first piece here as well with the far variant of Sandy Path with Stone Statue Head.
Oh, this second ceiling.
Piece. Is it? Okay, real talk. Is it possible today for Nineball to get good RNG? Because I'm not sure at this rate. He hasn't got a ring either. Okay, he's fine.
It's a little bit dangerous. Ooh, this layout is really bad.
The game,
Nineball for losing time on this stage.
The game really doesn't want Nineball to gain any time through RNG tonight, apparently. Like, it gave him Pumpkin Hill last race, and that is about it.
Wow. Knuckles just being mean today.
This is why he didn't run Centurion very much back in the day, clearly.
Well, it's not really necessary to run it, but yeah, Knuckles practice is kind of the thing.
Can you imagine getting 100 stages of that RNG back to back though? Damn.
No. I should not imagine that. Had some bad history about that. Alright, both racers got actually incredible times on Prison Lane. I don't know, it probably was like one of the best parts of the race for both of them. So let's see.
Yeah, these two definitely are very good at Prison Lane both, respectively. Oh, Nineball overestimating his jump a little bit though. This that is a very good example of how many strats in this game are. Objectively, there are a lot of strats in this game that are very low reward for a very high relative risk. And it's just that our runners spend so much time practicing them that you get them to relative consistency so that even if the risk is quite high, a lot of people are still confident going for them, but sometimes accidents like that do happen.
Seraphim got 50 check, I think. Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is a very clean Prison Lane on Seraphim's side so far. A little bit of a hiccup on that one enemy coming down, and, well, there we go. I shouldn't talk.
Dragon, stop.
It's all my fault.
And before I'm actually jinxed next. Oh my god, Seraphim, this jump was so scary.
Yeah,
I remember this jump of death.
He clearly expected the boxes. I think he may have just missed that he destroyed the boxes. If you're observant at this spot that Nineball is in, you can hear if you break the boxes. But I think Seraphim must have just missed it because he jumped in a manner that was as though he was trying to land on them, as though they'd be there, like Nineball just did. But he's coming up with another 137. Yeah. So that consistency, can't fault it.
Like previous attempt looked like super clean, but he kind of got one big mistake at the end. What cost
Nineball, on the other hand, with a 122 check, so he's on really good pace here.
Is it like 35?
Yep, that's a 135.
That's incredible.
Very good.
Wow. Alright, let's see this probably second shortest Sonic stage in speedrun context, at least. Which is like barely slower than a minute. I kinda feel boring that about the fact that nobody is trying to go for new setup for this early grab. It's probably not even gonna save real time for races because you want to pause buffer to like do an early spin dash like mock bounce or something like that and get it from like different platform, but it looks so risky.
Honestly though, on what you were saying just there, when you look at the level times in terms of like what you would get for really good speedrun times, almost all of the Sonic stages are like about the same amount of time. Like City Escape is like a 120, Metal Harbor is about a 120, Pyramid Cave is like a 125. Crazy Gadget, yeah, it's more like a 40 to a 45 because of CGSS, but then Final Rush is like a 120 as well.
Well, you're right, but I don't know, I feel like it's kind of slightly faster than all of them because like you can get as low as 117 with round strats, like a couple of risky strats as well.
Yeah,
it's possible to get this time on Green Forest too, but I don't think that somebody except Dark Pro and maybe the H can get a time like this.
They're all just surprisingly similar though at the top level.
Yeah, and there was a fun thing that Taz tried to get sub 1 Sonic stage for like the entire Hero story, and they finally actually got it, and the very last stage was Final Rush because, well, you just simply need to bounce for way too long to get time like this because Goal Rink is really far, but they found a way to do that. Best cutscene ever. I don't think somebody will go for, well, IL strats or just like quick strat for this, which require you to use spin dash instead of just somersault. Like somersault and storage. I think they will just go for safe way again. Yeah. Oh, high jump for Shadow.
Yeah, it does get the high jump. It's one of the reasons that I do like going for the quote-unquote
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, very nice time there. But one of the advantages of going for that quick Shadow strat is that you generally don't get a jump from Shadow after the first hit, so it does make the rest of the fight considerably safer.
I think I will manage to actually get high jump in this strat. It should be possible.
I don't know, man. I'd be surprised. Like, I'm ready to be surprised.
Alright, and that's gonna be another challenge for Seraphim, if he will get or not the Green Forest wall run, or maybe even House run.
Yeah, so honestly, both of our guys are still relatively close together. All things considered, like, considering the big time difference in Wild Canyon, there's not too big of a difference between these guys, like, probably no more than 15 seconds it looks like it's gonna be.
Yeah, that's like the biggest difference so far in this race. And again, it's probably mostly because of RNG, not even just execution, because, yeah, like Nineball layout was really bad. Yeah. You can't do much about it.
And okay, it's about a 20-second difference, so yeah, we'll see, because I'm sure Seraphim will be once again going for wall run, but, I mean, we mentioned he did get it last run, but it is very difficult and very easy to make a mistake.
Oh, here, mini wall run this time.
Yeah, nice.
It's pretty sick.
He's 1 for 2 for the wall run, so let's see how the second one goes, and this is the one that really matters. This is the big one.
Alright, good luck, Seraphim. Let's make it great.
Yeah. Of course, he gets the checkpoint for safety. It'll be a bit silly to not go for it. He's in a nice spot. He's got...
it's definitely not Taz run, but it...
Ooh, I honestly thought he was going to die there.
Yeah, it was kind of close.
He's at least there.
Oh, he's stuck to the... But
no, he can still make it. No. Oh!
That was so close, and Nineball is actually ahead now, but Seraphim still can get second try wall run. And
yeah, if he gets a second try wall run, it'll be... He might still be a little bit ahead.
Oh, it doesn't work that well, like as good as it worked first time in the previous race. Seraphim decided not to actually back up, but go for it again. Let's see. He really need to get it now.
He's just bailing out. He was very lucky to be able to bail out there, but he's definitely made the right decision, and now he's just cutting his losses and finishing a regular Green Forest. So Nineball does have a substantial lead now, it has to be said.
Yeah, that's the dark side of going for faster and definitely harder strats. Like,
The dark side, yes.
Yeah, it can be really costly, especially when you go for it first like few times, and well, you might feel confident and like kind of good doing it on practice, and especially after a successful attempt on the previous race, but like few attempts on second one kind of cost him a lot of time.
Yes!
And Nineball take the lead.
Yep.
Which is more interesting now.
Now, I'm sure he'll want to see another Pumpkin Hill like he did last time, but
No problem.
that's not too likely. I just hope he doesn't continue his streak of bad RNG here. Under the Chimney, not a bad first piece though.
Which one? I have a Google Doc. Wait
The
a
near
sec.
one.
Near one. Alright.
Yeah. So he's probably going to get a piece 2 on Pumpkin, either that or something like Lonely Tombstone.
Train station maybe?
Pumpkin
it's not.
Triangle. This is very good so far. If he gets like in the center of a triangle from here, then he's looking at another really good Pumpkin Hill.
You can get a lot of good pieces from here, honestly.
Three Brothers Tombstone. That's
It's pretty
definitely
good.
not a bad third piece. Wrong way, Nineball. Come on, Church. There you go. Good guy.
Good behind a pumpkin. Fairly good first and second pieces for Seraphim as well.
Still, like, getting under a 40 is still definitely good. And Seraphim, King of the Hill, okay.
Ooh,
All
this
good
is
things must
very
come to an
famous.
end.
Yeah, it's like one of the worst last pieces we can get in Hero Story.
And so it passes. Yeah, Seraphim,
It's actually still not a bad time considering his position after second piece.
yeah, he actually saved time on Nineball.
That's incredible.
I'm giving an official call out to Seraphim for part of his playstyle though. Seraphim, stop glide resetting so much. You don't need to do it that often to conserve height.
Wow.
That's a bad
Other
habit,
than,
man.
other than these little glide resets, execution was really well as well. So 35 is what I would take any day in the race.
Yeah. Both Pumpkin Hills are 37 and 35. They're both very respectable times. I wouldn't be upset to see a 37 in a run. Nineball is
Nineball
going
is going for IGT, yeah. A little bit, not too risky, but he's still going for it.
His pause hover was right on though, so he's going for another zero cycle paced punching streak. Seraphim, I'm guessing, is not going to bother with it. He's just going to go straight for the cycle. Let's see. Yeah,
there is no need for Seraphim to go for IGT strats, so I just tried to go for weight hop. He successfully got it.
That was a very short pause as well. I never quite understand when I see runners pause for such a brief period of time. I'm like, how do you even do that?
Well, it's kind of... It's more like muscle memory thing. Like, you don't really want to do this on purpose, but sometimes you feel like really comfortable to do this, and you just like compress faster because you feel like you're doing right inputs.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, Nineball successfully got a backup. That was
Oh my god! Can he still get zero cycle?
Scary.
I'm not sure if he can still get this.
I don't know.
No, he's gonna go for half cycle. That
he got a stack for a second.
My heart stopped there for a second though, because I thought he was dead. I know you thought he was dead.
Yeah. He had a reaction to recover. That's the most important thing. Dying here is not fun.
Yeah, Mission Street is... I mean, it's a cycle-based stage where it shouldn't be a big problem, but I don't know if there's many runners who don't have horror stories about losing runs to this stage.
It's kinda weird stage. Like, Zero Cycle in general doesn't look that difficult once you practice this game a lot and this stage as well. So, in theory, it's supposed to be like an auto-scroller with the same real time, but in fact, like, so many things can go wrong.
Yeah. It's this game in general. Like, with any stage you can make that argument, and then you can just expand that to this game in general. There's a million things to learn. Like, part of learning this game is learning not only the ways to go fast, but the ways to avoid dying.
So Seraphim saving sometime like 8 seconds, I think, at least real time, because he was zero cycle.
Something like that, yeah.
But Nineball still has the lead,
That was a little
and
tough.
well, let's say this Aquatic Mine. Last time it was very brutal for Nineball.
Yeah, we are once again in a situation where it's likely that this knuckle stage is going to decide who has the lead after the stage.
I don't see any
Nineball
free pieces.
definitely. Okay, he's at least got a ping, so that's
Yeah,
more
it's
promising
quite
than
good
last
for
time.
speed, actually, it's still pinging.
3
Three
fans.
fans. All right.
Oh, I missed this. I mean, I really can't tell
Well,
from the RTMP quality.
yeah.
What it's gonna be.
Seraphim not getting first.
window.
Oh, Seraphim has actually got really good first piece too.
Yeah,
Kelvin
that's-
with great second
both of
piece
our
as
runners
well.
have pretty promising.
Oh,
and he's
Seraphim got
got
free piece. This RNG is so good for everyone right now.
What's
Oh my
in the-
goodness.
Oh wow!
This is so good.
Nineball's clipping here. Where's it going? Okay, that's one way to get in there. That's interesting.
Oh,
Would you
wait.
recommend that? I don't know.
oh, wait, I kind of missed that. I wanted to watch this list. Wait a sec.
He just clipped on the top signpost, and
Oh, I would actually not recommend that. Honestly, it might be as fast as going for this normally, but considering the camera gonna be stuck there, it's probably never gonna be faster for like real, like for
Yeah,
like
that's
single
true.
segment in general.
but damn, that set of aquatic mines, that was like a low 30 and a 24. Wow, those were good.
This
were
time,
really
Aquatic Mine was super kind to both of them.
And I mean, I always talk about using Route 101 to tell how far apart the runners are. They're currently about 2 seconds apart.
If I remember correctly, Seraphim said a few seconds on this last time. He got like 80 gig tier time here, what is 2:13.90.
Yeah, he got a 2:13 in the last race, so I mean, I normally wouldn't expect Route 101 to be a stage where the lead could change, but it's possible if he pulls out another stage like that.
I'm getting closer.
Wow. I just kinda used to commentate for like another screen when somebody's playing Road 101, but it's like nearly the same pace now, and they're
Yeah.
just both trying to wiggle like and drive as fast as possible. It's kind of complicated, but at the same time, it's kind of chill time
Yeah.
as well.
Nineball actually had a better lap on than Seraphim as well. Like, as you can see from the timers, he was a couple of tenths of a second ahead.
Seraphim getting barely slower second checkpoint, and for the first time it was like really good. And like 1:19.51 is also really good.
Oh, nice little inside turn from Nineball there. I just avoid that car on the right-hand side, but he really went in there.
Oh wow. Also, I just realized that Nineball saved some time on first lap. Can't tell about second.
Yeah, like, I was expecting Seraphim to be the one with a super good Route 101 that saves time, but it's looking like Nineball's actually going to have the better Route 101 at this rate.
Yeah, it's totally possible at this point.
Yeah, damn, very good.
Wow. Is it? Can't tell. Like 2:15?
It's going to be a high 2:14.
Probably 14, yeah, it should be 14.
And Seraphim
And
does have a 2:15.
low 15 for
So
Seraphim, yeah.
something like half a second between them, something like that. 2:14,
69.
69. 62, it was like a full second between them. Wow.
That's spicy time. Alright. Looking at Hirmace for like both streams at the same time is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, alright, I'm sure Seraphim's probably going to want to redeem himself after last time, and Nineball is going to want to show just how good at Tails he can be when he wants to be. It's a decent start, definitely a decent start. He conserved his momentum quite well there. Same can't really be said for Seraphim, but Seraphim can play the stage very cleanly.
Full jump.
And he's in.
It looks
Nineball is
good.
in.
Yeah, it's looking good so far.
Let's just hope he makes it.
And
Yeah, okay.
yeah, he got it. Alright, Seraphim also got GC skip. Was a little bit of height, but it still easily got it successful. Alright. So Nineball is saving like 1 or 2 seconds over Seraphim's strat, but again, it's very close. Like super close right now.
So I've got to say, so far, this second race is definitely giving us...
Oh, that was super risky.
Alright,
It
real
was
talk,
like 1 pixel lower or something close to it.
real talk, Nineball is the king of saves. He has avoided so many near deaths as Tails so far. This is ridiculous. I mean, he
got
had a
sick.
death in
We
Prison
got
Lane,
sick.
but... Oh, wow! This is... Oh, and then
This is
this
amazing.
Seraphim. He ruined it. Now Nineball's ahead again.
I believe in Seraphim. I can see more sync.
Like,
Nineball kind of stuck, but he
as-
kind of like still 1 second faster now. And
as
they
I was
got the
like,
checkpoint time.
I was like saying before though, like this race so far is definitely giving us everything we could want out of a must-win situation for the second participant who needs a win. Like Nineball, he's needed a win, and since pretty much near the start of the race, since Green Forest pretty much, he's actually managed to maintain a small lead. So as long as he continues to play really solidly, doesn't give up any of this lead, we could be looking at a game 3. We'll see. I mean, it's still
that was
very,
so
very
beautiful
close.
to watch.
It's
human
way
base.
too close to tell, but we'll see.
Like, the difference is less than 1 second a game for a GG.
That was a
Yeah,
little
this is
tough.
crazy. This is a very, very good race so far.
Alright, Pyramid Cave. It can be actually more different now. Like, so many things can go wrong.
Definitely. And I think, like, with high-level runners, I would definitely expect them to see, them play hidden base in a very similar fashion, but I think Sonic has a lot more room for players adopting their own little strats and little differences in play styles, so it's possible that we'll see the runners just play in slightly different ways.
It's almost synced again, like less than a second delay. All the same strats.
Seraphim's loading times putting in work to shorten the difference and get the sync back.
I also got a faster checkpoint, but it was like frames difference, I think.
Alright, my question is, when is discovering ways to use IGT strats with the bounce bracelet upgrade screen?
I mean, people can use it.
Oh, Nineball actually struggling with the door skip here. This is a little bit of an unfortunate place to lose a lead like that.
Yeah, this door can be annoying. You really need to go for this skip in any case, and sometimes it just not working the other few times.
Seraphim just needs to make sure that he doesn't make any big mistakes here.
Nineball is not
There
going
are
for
still
snake skip.
there are still multiple spots to die in this stage, even though he's past snake skip. Like this rail he's about to hit here can be weird. The super bounce coming up can be weird. The gravity bounce at the end, they're all potential death spots. So Seraphim just needs to keep his focus, make sure he doesn't make any big mistakes here.
Oh, okay, you're good.
Looking good.
I've been
Seraphim's
thinking for a
out,
second
another
that
132.
I've been thinking for a second that Nineball is about to go for this loop speed thingy at the end, which you can go for instead of going for snake skip.
No problem.
So Seraphim definitely got the better end of Pyramid Cave there, so he's opened up like a 10-second gap there.
Yeah, but again, there is a death chamber, and well, it can be out of your control completely.
That's true. We definitely aren't really going to know.
First piece.
We aren't really going to know who can expect to maintain a lead into the end game until runs are out of egg golem, honestly.
Oh, I would recommend to actually reset White Family in Hero Story. It just took so long to like actually get the upgrade and go for it, and
We'll see.
the
This
strats
is,
are not gonna work well.
it's,
and-
I don't really know many good piece 2s that you can get from White Family either, so this is an interesting choice.
Well, it's possible to get second piece in the Red Room, definitely.
Like, he almost forgot to get the piece there. Imagine killing the ghost and then just, nah, I don't want the piece, I'm just gonna die.
And Seraphim kinda getting the same tier layout for now, like second piece, which is in this room, and he also kinda lost some height. So he had to go for it's literally the same layout, what the hell?
I don't understand what's happening here.
This chamber is being brutal for Seraphim.
He got the same piece! What?
Game stop.
What is happening? This,
What is
I don't like. Yo! Nineball with a perfect
it can
piece.
make the difference. Evan,
He's still gonna be. Oh wow!
Oh.
What is this?
what is happening?
What is this race?
Again! Man,
Oh my god! This race is insane.
what is happening? Oh, I know the Seraphim will go for Fireball Skip. I don't know if he will get it or not, so...
I'm a little frightened, honestly. This is not allowed.
Wow. It looks so close. Like, it looked close for Road 1-1 for Hidden Base. It was not that close on Pyramid Cave, and then this chamber fixed it again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably gonna be almost very close on this boss fight, because in general it's kinda consistent. Alright, Seraphim.
It's looking good. He's behind him, and he has
Alright, he got
Oh,
it second try in a row. Wow.
Yeah, he's going to be
Incredible.
a couple of seconds ahead after this King Boom then, assuming he doesn't miss the one cycle, but it's a fairly elementary trick. He just needs to be careful about his punch timing, is the only real thing.
Yeah, Seraphim looks good now.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, yeah, he will got one cycle too. Alright.
So, Egg Golem. Definitely big boy strats time.
Seraphim got a little overset, and it's almost synced again.
Getting Nineball getting a bit of a bad homing attack detection though, but okay.
Dude, it's so crazy. Seraphim saved time on Fireball skip, then he got one reset, and it's almost the same again.
Yeah, this is too much. These guys are just too much. Nineball being very close to the head there though.
Looks so similar.
Oh, I don't think he knows how to actually stay on the arm safely there. There is definitely very much an element of a little bit of...
Oh, Seraphim got Spectra, and he kinda can't control Sonic after
falling to his death.
Alright.
Yeah, just a reminder that this is the quarterfinals of this Hero Story tournament. One of the sides of the bracket is already finished, and like side B, if you want to call it, this is one of the quarterfinal matches for side A. Our other quarterfinal match is going to be between this guy right here, Tommy, and who? Actually,
I don't know. It might be Eatmar.
Oh yeah, Eatmar, of course. Yeah, okay. I'm bad. Yeah, Tommy against Eatmar. And on the other side of the bracket, I won everything, and I'm already in the finals, so I'm waiting for one of these guys to play me.
Yeah, you guys were too fast in this lower bracket, like lower part of this bracket.
Look, I'm fast in game and I'm fast in the tournament. I'm not saying anything more than that.
Yeah, mind you, the Dage also tried to play fast.
Okay, look, to be fair to him, we all try and play fast. That's the point. We're trying
Yeah,
to
that
fast.
was a really beautiful matchup, I'm gonna lie. Seraphim is on such a good pace for first cycle. One or slow, one or fall. It's very comfy time.
So, okay, last time Nineball had a problem here, but okay, he's through this time. First
Very
try,
low,
didn't
1
have
or
any
7.
problems. 'Cause
Nineball also can get first cycle actually.
Oh, he hasn't got the switch! Oh, that might cost the cycle.
Oh.
He's... Yeah, okay, 107. If he goes as fast as possible, he can still get the first cycle, but this is a little dangerous now.
Actually, you get a second cycle, and
he's gonna need to get the... No, he's just waiting, unfortunately. That sucks. If he'd gotten that switch, which, honestly, the switch hitboxes can be finicky in themselves. If he'd gotten that, he would have gotten the first cycle no problem. And now he's struggling with the clip out as well. This is really not what Nineball needs right now, because they were very nicely tied, and he really needs this win. Like, he absolutely needs this win to stay in contention, so this is the last thing that Nineball needs right now.
Looks like Seraphim was really close to get sub 2, but he decided to land safe, and well, that's what I've been talking about. It's better to just land slightly slower and safe than just lose over a minute, because it already happened in this tournament. 13 emblems for Seraphim, 13-13, let's go.
And the 17-17. All these symmetrical times.
These numbers... Alright. If Nineball will get, like, I don't know, a lot better range than Seraphim, it's probably gonna be synced again. Alright, Seraphim had to reset once, then he got one of the best first pieces again. It's like right after this first rocket. Let's see. Between the monsters. It's fairly good, actually.
Man, it's like the game was teasing Nineball with a chance, and now it's just kind of kicking him to the curb right here, because Seraphim's pieces are exceptionally good so far. These pieces are damn good.
Layout. Holy crap.
And Nineball, meanwhile, is at the bottom, and he's going all the way to the top for his second piece. He is not going to be able to make up any time here, unfortunately. So if Nineball's going to win this, it's honestly up to Seraphim to miss CGSS. That's the only way that I can see Nineball winning this game.
I mean, reminder that Seraphim also died on Final Rush skip. And Shadow 2 also exists.
That's true, but something tells me he's not going to let that happen again.
Yeah, I think so. It's just a mistake. You can like get once and you... Oh no, Nineball is going for the wrong piece.
Yeah, he went for
like two
Powerless by
pieces
itself.
There are two pieces that buried under the weight, but a different one. To be honest, Nineball RNG was quite worse because he got bottom, top, bottom, and it's just kind of annoying to do nothing for a few seconds.
Yeah, these races in general, I mean, his RNG was a lot better in this race, but between the two of them, Seraphim has gotten consistently better RNG than Nineball has. So this is it. This is what I was mentioning before. Seraphim is entering Crazy Gadget again. And he will be going for CGSS again, but he really needs to be getting this quickly. And yeah, it's been known to happen before. It's not unknown for runners to just start getting stuck on the skip and start losing quite a bit of time.
Alright. Seraphim is making sure that he got his checkpoint. He actually got it really fast. And let's see if he'll get first try again.
Yep,
That's
here we go.
super precise trick, but again, it's consistent if you do it right.
Hit the kill point.
Seraphim hit the very last kill point actually.
So yeah, so this is why we pick up this checkpoint, because getting out of bounds is very precise. All you can see the runner doing is just jumping out of bounds, but there are a lot of kill planes around here, and not only do you need a precise
that
angle,
was the
there's a bit
top
of
kill
weaving
plane now.
involved
And
to
this
be
is
able to get
potentially
between the kill
dangerous.
planes. Yeah, this
Dangerous.
is kind of what I mean. Seraphim's going to need to get out of bounds quickly, and then honestly, even once he's out of bounds, the skip is far from over. Because once you're out of bounds, you need to take a very precise flight path through the void, and the objective is obviously to hit the goal ring, but you can't see the goal ring. Like,
wait, Nineball just died on CGS at time? Oh, on the
he
first
didn't get the spin dash jump, yeah.
And Seraphim has last life. That
God,
might
yeah,
be
this is a
huge.
game over risk. Seraphim is going to be feeling the pressure right now. He's still going for it as well. He's not just going for CGS for safety. And well, actually,
oh wow, it happened.
That was a bit
Wow.
silly for me to say. I was suggesting that like, oh, Seraphim should go for CGS for safety, but Seraphim has been doing CGSS for such a long time that he said himself he actually doesn't know how to do CGS anymore.
Yeah, it's definitely not safer for runners who just not going for it for a while. Like
Yeah.
I would definitely die with like there with higher chance with CGS, even if it's just less
So,
precise. It's just kind of requires some practice.
I mean, damn, like, Tommy, what did I say not just like 2 minutes ago? Only way Nineball's going to win this is if there's a nasty CGSS accident, and that's exactly what's happened. Wow.
Yeah,
There's a very good chance that we could be looking at a game 3 at this rate.
this is insane. Seraphim got the first try in the previous race, and now he just died so many times, so it cost him extra time for going there again.
Now he's out though, so as long as his flight path is good, he'll be able to land in the goal ring, and it's looking decent so far. It is just a very precise spot, but that should be okay. There he is.
Alright.
Nice. He will be very unhappy with that. I know what Seraphim's like, but he just needs to put it out of his mind, and he just needs to know that it's up to game 3.
Huh. No problem.
Yeah, if Nineball will play just consistent and safe and without like anything risky, he should take this game, definitely. It's not that much left.
So what you're saying is you should go for fast FR skip to save more time.
Don't think there is a reason to go for it. Like, the only reason to catch Seraphim now is if Nineball will actually die on Final Rush skip or mess up Shadow 2 really badly.
That's true, yeah.
There's, like, no
I
reason
mean,
to
Shadow
go
2
fast
is,
for it.
as much as we take Shadow 2 for granted, it's just like, okay, I'm at the end of the run, it's 16 seconds till the end of the run. It's really not a free fight. And, I mean, Nineball didn't get the checkpoint there, so he does need to make sure he gets the skip. I'm sure he absolutely knows how to get FR skip. But if for some reason he misses, then it is more of a costly death than it should be. Like, if he dies right now, he will actually be behind.
Yeah,
from not
that's
getting
the
the
most
check-
important part of this race for Nineball. he passed the first kill plane on the turn. That's good.
Yep. And his angle's good, so he shouldn't be going towards the last kill plane, so all he needs to worry about is his height now.
Yeah, if he'll get enough distance, so, well, it's probably done for second race. And Seraphim's about to start his skip as well. We should start to select some textures right now, yeah.
Yep, there we go. So he's got a lot of height as well, but he's definitely not going to miss this.
Looks very safe. Wow.
I mean, if it's true that I've been commentators cursing people, then I'm going to have another go at it. The only way Seraphim can win now is if Nineball just dies over and over on Shadow 2.
Yeah, kind of need to mess it up a lot at this point. Wow, what a race.
Yeah, that's definitely, I can't say anything more about it. What a race. Seraphim at least does have the height to make the end of the skip, so he is through. But as I mentioned, Nineball is going to need to have a very, very bad time with Shadow 2 here, and all the top runners know how to make this fight pretty consistently doable. He just needs to get 5 hits. He is missing the first hit there.
It's not a big deal, it's fine.
The platforms are falling, so don't get greedy!
What? Oh wow, this cannon turn.
He actually can't afford any more mistakes now. The win is still his if he gets a normal fight, but he can't make another mistake like that.
Yeah, it's just gonna cost him way too much.
3.
Alright, looks good so far. 4.
Just don't mistime the last hit. And that's it. Yes,
GG.
He's gotten game 2. Wow. Much congratulations to Nineball. That was a very hard-fought game, and he really deserved that point.
This comeback.
This is definitely a match. This is a match and a half. This ain't quarter of a match, this is half a match.
Seraphim got really good. Shadow 2 was like nearly perfect. Oh wow. Like, I don't know, like literally every playoff race of like probably last 5 I've seen, they're like so exciting and challenging. I don't know. It's just so nice to watch.
I did it.
Like, I don't know, Deiji the Geek was epic, Deiji Rakadan was epic,
thank you very
Buffalo much. It was also epic actually. I don't know. Geek and Shibaki. Geek had such a really strong enemies in this playoff.
Like all of the best matches that we've had in this tournament, like Deij versus Dracodan, and Buffalo versus Dracodan, and Pina versus Dracodan, like they've all been so good.
Yeah, that's true. Come on.
Seraphim's game.
You can do it, Seraphim.
Seraphim's SA2 is currently like, look, just let me stop, alright? Just don't make me do it again.
It's time to stop.
File select.
Alright. We did half of the job. We launched the game.
There we go. Yeah, he's in.
It's time to race.
I think we're good.
Oh wow. I guess we're gonna have like a couple of minutes break. It was really short previous time and it's probably gonna be short this time too. Oh wow.
I mean, if something happens for some reason to get both our semi-finalists disqualified, I could just play myself in the final. And then you can have Draco versus Draco in the final.
I mean, that's kind of what actually Buffalo tried to do for practice, and it was like such a good idea. Like, you play for like 8 kind of like, you know, slots, like kind of different players, but each player is you. So you kind of do no reset run, get certain time, then you do another run, and you compare against that. So
you may as well just compare against your PB though. You may as well just do runs.
No, that's not that fun. Like you compare, like your no reset run is comparing against another no reset run, so it's kind of weird, but I guess it kind of helps with consistency because again, you generally just doing no reset runs. What is also healthy for tournaments like this.
I'm not joking in the speed gaming chat there either. A Dark Story tournament will be held in July after SGDQ. So if you're wishing that this was Dark Story, then just hold tight for a couple of months and you will get your wish.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we will be able to get as many players as we got in here, but
Probably not. I won't be playing in the Dark Story tournament because I've got like marathons to prepare for myself.
you should do it anyway. It's
No,
a good story.
No, it's not.
No, it is.
Look, I would lose a lot of SRL points in many, many games, and I have stuff to do. It's not okay.
But there is no Bigfoot on this story. It's great.
I mean, okay, there's Hotshot, and that's a really good boss, but aside from that, like, Sonic 1 is a worse boss, Tails 1 is a much worse boss.
It's
Like,
cool,
yeah.
but it's just hard. Come on. It's better than Eggman 1.
I mean, in some ways, yeah, I'm not going to deny that. At least it's got Flying Dog, though, the best boss in the game. Like, whew.
Oh. Shoutouts to the Strat. Flying Dog. Which was the best part of my last marathon run in Dark. And guys who find it. Anyway. I don't know, looks like Nineball is about to actually start and we just need to wait for Seraphim.
Yeah, I can only assume that Seraphim's taken a few minutes to cool off, which I can't really blame him for.
Yeah, it's you kind of need to just chill and just like playing like playing how you're supposed to play, like being like focused on this and stuff. It looks like Seraphim actually decided to practice CGSS again, and well, he has a reason to do that, honestly. That is a good idea. We probably should make another SA2 tournament for last story.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
I have like best of 10 finals.
Best of 10 qualifiers, come on.
Best of 10. No, it's just better to do Knuckles to Jerome at this point. It's just gonna be more healthy, at least. Maybe not healthy, but more useful. I don't know, but no.
Just have a tournament for Biolizard Centurion and call it Huttathon.
No. Jeez, Drake. How about Shadow Centurion?
I mean, maybe. I'd love to do Skyrail 20 times and do it in 15 minutes.
Or, since we actually have a tradition to do Pumpkin Hill Centurion at Halloween, we can just do Pumpkin Hill Centurion tournament as a preparation.
that is actually a thing that we could do.
Like, end of the year. Oh, wow. 180 emblems tournament? No.
I mean, okay, real talk, if there was going to be a 180 emblems tournament, Speed Gaming would need to make a new channel for that. Because each matchup would be like 12 hours.
It's not going to be just 9-hour run for most of the runners. Yeah. There are like only 2 people in the world who actually got sub 10 hours runs.
And one of them doesn't even play anymore, so... 12
hours. Well, yeah.
Here we go, though. Game 3. This is it.
And that's the moment of truth. Let's go.
Attention all units. Suspect seen heading south.
So, yep, this is the game that really matters. Whoever wins this game will be going through the semi-finals, and I'm sure now the tension for CE Skip is at an all-time high, because we mentioned about how it does give a 30-second advantage to the runner who gets it, and, man, whoever gets the skip, if indeed one of them does get the skip, is definitely going to be the favourite to take an early advantage. Nineball does have a little bit of a movement mistake there, so he's having to make a little bit of recovery here. So Seraphim is going to reach it first, and he's going to have the first attempt to see skip.
Towers to better loadings, right?
He's got the jump, and he's got the skip.
Good
Okay.
for Seraphim. Nineball didn't quite get it, so
Advantage
again, he's gonna
Seraphim.
need to catch up a lot. At the beginning, at least.
He has the bad camera, but Seraphim kind of knows how to deal with it, so it shouldn't really cost him. He's struggling to get on the rails, though.
This is so annoying when you miss the rail. You know what to do, but when your camera's stuck at this specific angle, it's so annoying.
It
He
really
missed
sucks
another
that
rail.
this is actually causing Nineball to nearly make up the difference. Wow.
It's still definitely gonna be faster for Seraphim, but ooh, this
He
spin.
could have died there. I am not going to lie. He could have died there.
And Nineball.
What in the world? No, clip that. He got hit by that laser ball. That's wrong. The game is wrong.
Oh. Things are happening. Let's just keep watching, I guess.
Emotions are high for the runners and the commentators right now. I'm not even playing and I'm tilted.
Meanwhile, Seraphim's getting 141. Shutouts to really bad camera with bad angle.
Mm-hmm.
After he got his skip. So yeah, it can just cost you some time. Even if you have like idea what to do, just might happen.
That's surprising to see a skip versus a skipless CE, and the difference coming out is only like in the region of like 15 seconds or so.
I mean, it's pretty much what happened with your race with Age when he got 149 skipless and he got 137.
Yeah, I mean, let's not.
That was even less difference. Like no, like really, it was so weird. All right, Seraphim got another quick kill, what should be a thing every time in general. But again, it's so easy to mess it up actually if you miss one input. Just one input can cost you like up to 8 seconds.
Nineball having a pretty good time here though, so he's going to be looking at a similar, if not even a better time. We'll see.
Very good beams for Seraphim. Oh, it's another frame perfect Bigfoot. He's like he's playing Dage. First and third Bigfoot are frame perfects.
Did I just see like red and green pillars for Seraphim there? I think I saw that as a free
It's
piece.
completely possible. I didn't really pay attention, honestly.
I mean, we'll see when he goes back.
The same first piece for Nineball, or at least the same hint for it.
Oh, Storm's over.
Storm
Yeah.
down. Yeah, you definitely saw that, yeah, anyway.
I don't know. I did feel like I saw it there, but apparently I did, yeah.
It is, yeah, it might be visible. I saw that before. It's
I wish I was this good at finding free pieces when I'm actually looking for them.
Oh my god. Did I see...
Oh, mountain with red and green stripes.
I didn't actually see this one,
That's
but it was possible
bittersweet.
to check for. Wow. I'm so excited about this race. I'm so happy that it's going for a third match.
Yeah, totally. This is definitely everything I think we could have asked for from a match like this, and I'm sure it's going to go all the way at this rate. Like, can you imagine this deciding game coming down to Shadow 2 again?
I don't know. Yeah, very fun boss fight. Meanwhile, it's probably gonna be another set of really good prison lanes.
Seraphim thankfully didn't get punished by the difficult jump that Nineball went for and took an unfortunate death on last race. So we'll see if Nineball goes for it again, because it might actually make him a little more reluctant to go for that. We'll see.
It's probably gonna be 37 seconds elevator, I think.
Going all in this lap.
6. Yeah, like
that's
very
okay.
low. 7, alright.
Definitely good.
Nineball is actually on the same pace right now. Yeah,
I
it
think
should be also 7,
probably a 38. I'm gonna go with a 38.
I bet on 37. Nothing will go wrong since now. Yeah, it should be 37. Come on. Yep.
Ooh, nice.
Low.
Very nice. Both our runners on very good paces.
It's kind of synced again, but with a little bit bigger delay. They're going solo now on the stage. Alright, Seraphim didn't break these boxes, so it wasn't that scary now. because it's totally possible to break those boxes and just like thinking that you did not break them and just jump in this little like hole and actually die there. But it's not like easy to do on purpose, but it just can happen sometimes.
Yep, definitely.
38 for Seraphim actually this time.
Disappointing.
What a
Not
bad
up to his standard. A 121 check from Nineball though.
Just
Albeit
kidding.
he did get the checkpoint and then back off though, so it's a little unclear, but it looks like he is going to be saving a little bit of time.
What is this space? Oh
Another a
my
low 135. Damn.
god.
This guy, just too
Yeah.
good.
138 is actually really good, but 135 is just outstanding.
So, Metal Harbor, round 3.
Alright. I believe in sub 20 upgrade, Seraphim. It's good so far.
Looks very good so far. Low 19.
Low 1925, yeah. It's good. Good underload for Nineball.
Yeah, he lost a bit of momentum, but just getting through the loop as clean as that is definitely nice.
Should be another sub 20 upgrade. Oh wow.
Yeah.
These guys are so good. They're like 10 times better than me in Sonic. Wow. It's amazing.
Why can't I get times like this?
Same! I wish I can take 135 prison lane every time. Meanwhile. Seraphim
Police
about-
get straight in there.
Oh, it's almost 13 seconds for Seraphim for this rocket jump. Wow. No.
Oof, The
30.
casual 48 checkpoint for Nineball, and he
Wasn't
slowed
it
down when he got there as well.
49?
He could have just gone with a 47 there.
I thought it was 49 actually, I'm not sure.
It just rolled over from a 47 when he reached it.
48! Oh my god.
And
What
like, he deliberately slowed down, so he could have made it a 47 if he'd wanted to as well. So a 124, I'm thinking like probably like a 121,
121
122.
I think. Yeah, I think about 121 too. Yeah.
Go! Yeah, the 121. Nineball is playing his heart out right now. He knows that this is all or nothing. This is do or die time, and he is really trying right now.
So far, so good.
Yeah, he should. I mean, it can be a last race for like anybody.
I found you, Faker. Faker? I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me?
Wow.
Ah, you're not
Right.
even good enough to be
I'll
my
make you
fake.
eat those words.
There's no time to play games. You won't even get the chance.
So let's see what happens here.
11:27. No,
Seraphim getting
no, it's
another
high
high
jump.
jump on Shadow. Shadow is
Oh,
just
he
really
didn't get the
trying to
second
make
hit.
it
Alright, he got it
difficult
now.
for us. Jeez, all those high jumps, Shadow.
Oh,
Can you
wow.
do something else? Wow.
Seraphim kind of like recovered really well, but just 2 high jumps, just in general cost some time. Quite a lot of
Yeah.
time actually.
Nineball
Can't
just
actually
clawing
lose
back a few
boss.
seconds. Like this time save, it's just gradually coming. Like he had a worse Wild Canyon, I believe, but since then he's just been clawing back little bits of time here and there.
Yeah, Seraphim also got C escape, what was kind of dirty, but he got it.
Yeah, and I mean, it really shows that getting C escape, while it is a significant advantage, it definitely doesn't seal the deal by any means. You still need to go on and win the race from there.
Oh, slopes. Mushrooms.
It's not too bad though. He landed in a decent
Slopes.
spot. Yeah, the
Stop.
geometry.
Green Forest, stop.
The geometry is being as unfriendly as possible to Seraphim right now, definitely.
Yeah.
But he's making the most of it. Like he's made all the right recovery moves so far.
Just such a funny stage.
He's a bit low. Okay, he was almost too low for that loop skip there. That was dangerous. and he's
He tried to
actually
go for
missing
minimal
the
ramp,
game.
but didn't really work well.
Okay. But as we all know, the real test is coming up for Seraphim just now. I mean,
Yes.
the stage has had risks so far, but none like this risk that's coming up.
Nineball barely missed minimal run at the very
Yeah.
end of it. That's unlucky.
Alright, let's go, Seraphim. Do good. It's not bad.
good. Yeah,
He's gone for
run.
one-shot again. He doesn't want to risk a Tasser on here, clearly.
Definitely.
And I definitely understand that decision. He can still make it. He's got the homing attack.
He recovered this time. Yeah. Okay.
Last time, he was in that exact same position last time, but he didn't have the homing attack, so he couldn't get the momentum to make it to the end. But as soon as I saw he had the homing attack, I knew he'd be alright there.
Yeah, he learned his lesson from this mistake, and he recovered really well.
So, I mean, with a wall run, I'm sure 130 isn't what he wanted to see, but he's still ahead. That's the main thing.
Yeah, he's still gonna save time anyway, because of the skip.
Huh. No problem.
Yeah, this is the first stage in a while where Nineball isn't saving time over Seraphim. So,
it's time for another Halloween.
Seraphim's making a comfortable 7-second buffer there in Green Forest. Which, I mean, Pumpkin Hill could easily give it back, or if it wants, it could easily widen that lead as well. We'll just have to see.
No time to lose. I have to hurry and find the Master Emerald.
Do not give Pumpkin double containers. Do not do
that's
that.
not a fun piece.
Okay,
That's
go straight.
very good.
Yeah, I'll
Like,
take this.
Good. But there are no confirmed third pieces, so read my predictions.
Scarecrow's house.
I want to actually bet for... I don't know.
I mean, if it's King of the Hill
If you
after
do
this,
something
then
bad,
this
that
is
might
not a good set. King of the Hill for Nineball though, which for a piece 1 is not bad. We've already seen this in the tournament. Place you can hear the horn, so this is Ghost Train, so not too bad.
Yeah.
Nineball's piece 2, person you're waiting for. So this is a Pumpkin. And it's likely then he might get something like Three Brothers Tombstone for the third piece again.
I believe in Seraphim from Stuffed Nose, but there is no confirmed piece again. I don't know.
Then yeah, the hint isn't very conveniently placed from there. Whoa, that hint grab was nice. I like that.
Yeah, that's kind of a little trick when there's a tilted surface which lets you run on it, and if you run for like a little amount of time, you're able to read the hint first, so you don't really need to dig this wall at all, and just generally better.
I don't really agree with his decision to drill dive from where he did, but not too bad of a Pumpkin Hill.
Yeah, Pumpkin Hill was fairly good. Like RNG was average, but execution was good for both, so I'm okay with that. Seraphim is not trying to go for HD strats again because there's like literally no point to go for it. And it was very risky weight jump, but
that was so close to missing. You don't even know how close that was. Maybe like if that would have been like
that, yeah.
If that had been like a couple of frames later on the hover, he probably wouldn't have made that.
Yeah, definitely. He like barely made it, but he made it. That's the main thing.
Nineball's struggling a little with his movement, although since this is a cycle-based stage, the movement at the very start isn't especially important. As long as you don't lose like a lot of seconds, it doesn't matter too much. Because this is the jump that matters, the one that Seraphim just got, and he's also in.
He got it again.
I don't think we missed any weight jumps in this match. I think
that's actually incredible. Seraphim got the hit, but he's definitely capable to get the recycle still.
Yeah, he just needs to. He just needs to not have a repeat of game 1, if you know what I mean.
That was early.
He's got No, no, that's not my fault. I'm not responsible for this happening.
You are. I mean, to be fair, considering this, getting like this damage before the switch, Seraphim had to go for early jumps, so yeah, it can be rewarded if he would get it, but unfortunately it was not the case. If
I'm in that sort of situation where I need a really good jump off the elevator, I try to mitigate it by starting as far back on the elevator as I can, so that I can at least get a full run-up of speed before I do the jump. Because that makes it a little more lenient. This is close for Nineball, but he does have it. Nice.
Yeah. Seraphim missed this jump. Oh wow, it's gonna be... Oh, it's gonna be so close.
God, this match has... Look,
he's come back from Nineball again.
This match is a health hazard. This needs a health warning on this match.
Didn't expect like that challenge, but like from Nineball. But I'm really happy that he's doing that. It's just so cool.
I can't wait for Seraphim in Aquatic Mine to get down below as his first piece.
He will reset it anyway, at least.
I did it!
And I'm not sure about Nineball, he will or not, because I kinda didn't really understand.
If that actually happens, I'm just gonna leave if that actually happens. Look at that 30-second difference between the times, though. Like, wow.
Well, that's what 2 cycles I'm doing with
Yeah,
you
that,
when I'm
like,
getting walk over shame.
that all stems from just missing that one hover jump as well. Like, it's crazy how a tiny mistake like that can make such a big difference.
Didn't expect the inside.
Well,
I see 3 Ps for Seraphim.
Yeah,
Alright.
he's certainly not getting down
I see
below
3
there.
Ps for Nineball.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it should go 3 friends, if I'm not mistaken.
Seraphim, please just get the piece. Please,
Oh
you're not going
my
to have
God.
3 piece 2s up there with that piece 1.
Wait, did he actually get? Yes!
Okay,
This layout gonna be so good for Nineball, not gonna lie.
it's... What, come on,
Something
come on.
other than Minecraft? No.
Yo! This...
Seraphim
Seraphim missed 3 fans?
What is this
Okay.
RNG?
Okay, look. It's Seraphim, so I can actually... It's under the triangle skull. Dude,
Yeah, you don't need to dig for that.
I'm stressed out right now.
Seraphim got way too many free pieces than I can expect.
It's worth noting. It's worth noting for the audience. Like, it's a shame that Seraphim missed that free piece, but knowing Seraphim, I can totally understand why he missed that free piece, because Seraphim is actually like color deficient. He's actually green color deficient, so it's actually difficult for Seraphim to see the pieces.
It's kind of hard to notice pieces sometimes, especially on stages like Dry Lagoon, but it's also not.
Like, I always make this point as well, like, when new runners complain about how difficult it is to, like, learn the pieces and see free pieces, like, really, all I can say in response is one of our top runners literally can't see the pieces very well. You can learn the pieces, it's just a matter of application.
Yeah, it just make, like, treasure hunting slightly harder, but... Wow, we had 3 free pieces in 2 cutscenes in this race.
2 free pieces!
3 free pieces, dude! Can you imagine that? It just happened. Wow.
I mean, I want to say that's literally impossible, but that would be amazing to see.
But, I mean, it just happened. Just like, it was separated.
For the same player, I mean.
Well,
seeing all 3 of your pieces in the intro cutscene is like, well, I know where I'm going. Let's...
That would be very fun, actually. Oh my god. This is intense.
Nineball hitting that
This
car.
car gonna be costly. Oof.
Thankfully, as far as time variance goes, though, Route 101 is one of the least significant stages in the run.
I was kind of shocked
Least
about
breaking.
how good RNG was on Aquatic Mine on previous race and on this race for both races. That's amazing.
Aquatic Mine is definitely like one of the most dynamic Knuckle stages. Like both the movement and the piece variance, you can see like it's just an incredibly dynamic stage.
It's basically almost can be as fast as well, can it? And with good pieces, it's supposed to be as fast too.
Because the stage is just really small in general.
This
The
red
Aquatic
car
Mine is
was
very
not
contained.
very cool to hit, but okay.
This is going to be a 216 for Nineball, I think. And Seraphim's actually not having the best Route 101 himself, so...
It's gonna be 215, like high 215 for Seraphim.
Yeah, a high 215 and then a 216 for Nineball, as I mentioned. So it's all up to Hidden Base.
Wow.
If Seraphim wants to maintain this small lead, he's going to have to make no more hover jump mistakes in Hidden Base. And it's definitely a stage that is more hover jump reliant, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, I didn't really notice before how good Nineball is and Tails. It's just incredible. And
Seraphim
that's
is
time to
definitely no
shine.
slouch, though. Like we keep saying about how good Nineball is at Tails. Seraphim is honestly no slouch at Tails either, though. He really knows what he's doing in all the characters.
Seraphim is kinda interesting person. He like has a speedrunner. He kinda like good and consistent and like pretty much everything. He's not like the best Tails or Sonic in the world, but he's super consistent in like every character. It's kinda like.
And he didn't even attempt pole jump there, he just went for GC skip, and it ended up saving a little bit of time because Nineball did go for it and he actually missed the pole jump, so he just went for axle jump instead, which is a couple of seconds slower.
Axle jump is great. It's not supposed to kill you at least.
So, like, assuming all else is equal in this stage, then Seraphim will have picked up a couple of seconds from that strat difference. Looks like Nineball.
Well, it's about to be
Another very, very near save there. Like, there's both times that he's just missed that jump and big drag down. It's very easy to actually die there from just being dragged into the sand. So he's definitely making all the right moves to cut his losses.
Yeah, walls really like when you hug it, and it just doesn't let you to go that easy.
Mm-hmm. Like a little door there, but it's very precise.
Nineball has some problems a little bit this time on hidden base.
Seraphim's just taking this section very safe as well. He doesn't want any risks around those sand pits, so he's deliberately taking a bit of a wider route just to make sure nothing goes wrong.
Oh my god, this hidden base looks very good for Seraphim actually. It's like Nineball 140.
Yeah, considering the GC skip, that was
good.
definitely good.
Yeah, it's good time.
Very good.
Alright, Seraphim saving some time on hidden base, and again, it's time for the most technical Sonic stage. I don't know. I don't know what to expect anymore from this phase.
Yeah, it's anyone's game, honestly. Seraphim seems like he's definitely playing well, which I'm happy about, because I would say, as much as you say he is a consistent player, that is true, but his psychological consistency is maybe the weakest part of his game. Like, when he starts making mistakes, he can struggle a bit with maintaining his form, but he's definitely generally playing well in this race, and it's just been very impressive so far.
Probably not. Oh no, it's kinda 52 seconds upgrade. Nineball is kinda on a little bit better pace at this point.
Yeah, Seraphim just had a little bit of a problem in that first hallway, which cost a couple of seconds.
The first tunnel decided to be a little bit green forest. First try to gain. Wow,
so
that's really
good. This is what Nineball needs to focus on, because this is what he struggled on in his last run. I believe he got a third try door skip here, so he just needs to
I think so.
Take it too impatiently. Okay,
right,
maybe he does need to take it impatiently, because that ghost was on the hunt. That ghost was trying. So he needed to get out of there pronto, and he managed it. Very nice.
I wonder if Nineball will go for sneak skip, because he skipped it. Right, he decided not to go for it last time.
Yeah, he doesn't generally go for it. Yeah, he's just not comfortable with it. It's not in his repertoire.
Well, yeah, it's not a big difference. It's kind of interesting.
He just chooses to go for this loop skip instead, which honestly, that loop skip is a little dangerous the way he does it, so it surprises me a bit.
Yes.
1:35. That's fairly good time for Hero Story.
Yeah,
not bad at all.
And it's looking like Nineball's actually going to get a similar time as well, like this time.
Looks like he's losing a little bit of time.
He got on that last slope very smoothly, though. That was impressive, getting on there in the manner that he did.
He actually lost more time than... Like, he finished 2 seconds slower, but he actually lost more than 2 seconds on not going for sneak skip, so...
So, for the third time tonight, here we are again. Death Chamber potentially setting the lead for the race to come, until maybe at least Meteor Head, and then definitely until Crazy Gadget.
Seraphim got fairly comfy first piece. Embarrassing place is also pretty good.
So did Nineball.
Yeah.
Embarrassing place. Seraphim probably could have done with losing his rings before he reached that piece, but it's fine. But will he be going for deaths here?
It's over.
Yes, he is.
No,
okay.
that's just better not to go for this.
He does have it, though.
Roasted keys, great.
Second try death piece. And he's waiting for a hint in case he needs to clip somewhere, I believe. Okay,
Alright, that's actually not that bad from here.
Yeah, you can clip for it, but he decided not to.
Yeah. Well, third piece for Seraphim.
Nineball is dithering a little, and I'm not sure he's actually taken the best route for this piece. On the square cliff is on the red-blue path, and he should be clipping for this, although he did already destroy the Beauty and the Beast box, so he doesn't have the option of booty clip. I still think it would have been faster to take the other path, though.
Yeah, better not to actually destroy this box. This box is a bro. Just can't let you to go like super fast with most parts of this level. It's actually maybe super dangerous.
Oh my god! Nineball. This guy is too much for me. I can't deal with this. So there's definitely an uphill battle here for Nineball.
Or another fireball escape.
Yeah, it's looking good. He's got it. Nice.
Wow, this consistency is crazy.
This will be like another 5 second that Seraphim is going to add to his lead if the rest of the fight finishes fine. So Nineball definitely has an uphill battle from here for the rest of the run. Though, I mean, okay, we did see Seraphim lose a potential point from CGSS last time, but I'm sure he'll be very focused this time on not making any mistakes when he gets there.
40-42. Wow. Let's see. A golem.
It's got a nice first bounce. That sets the tone for the fight very well. Getting the start of the fight is very important. Because like, if you fall in the sand like Seraphim just did before you get your first hit in, it's faster to just reset. But it's less of a problem if you've already had a hit.
That's kind of most annoying thing when you hit the first bounce, but then you miss it twice. Because if you miss it twice at the beginning, you just reset and it's just faster. But yeah.
Oh, Seraphim just got cheated out of a hit there. He's got to go. Yeah, okay, good decision. He's just gone for the back platforms. It would have been a little silly to go for a super bounce hit there. So this is an opportunity for Nineball to make back some time if he has a better time with his bounces. He has the first hit.
Alright, Seraphim is down with his boss, and Nineball still can save time. He kinda need a little bit more height. He barely dodged this hit from...
Go for the back platforms. Nice. Okay, he's playing this correctly at least. He's gonna get ballerina now though.
No, you need to go for it now.
He just needs to go for the bounces. Like, even if he gets 2 bounces straight up, the sad thing is he can't end the fight early, so this sucks for Nineball.
Even if you miss it twice, what just for Nineball got, you don't actually lose any time because you need to wait for ballerina anyway, and going for back platforms during ballerina is not an option.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, but it's very difficult.
I don't think it's survivable, honestly.
No. It's not advisable. Like, I've seen someone do it before, but I would not recommend it.
Alright.
So this is difficult for Nineball now. It's difficult is definitely the way to describe it, because like the end game of Sonic Adventure 2, like in Hero Story, it's kind of weird. There really isn't very much time variance on a quote-unquote standard run. Runners more or less expect to get the first cycle in Eternal Engine. Meteor Herd is like probably going to be around the same sort of time within like 15-20 seconds each time, and then from there the runners kind of expect to just get the skips first try if they're playing well.
But again, yeah, we kind of have CGSS, what is basically a run killer if you're doing BB attempts and you miss it once, but you need to finish the race, like the run anyway in race conditions, so you need to stay focused anyway, no matter how many times you die. You just need to try. Like, do the skip as proper as you can every time.
Seraphim is out first try.
Yeah.
He used a nice little timed hover there to manipulate his position to make sure the door would push him out.
Oh!
Oh, man, this Nineball really struggles with this section.
This backup was...
I don't know if he's going to get the first cycle now, though.
Doesn't look... Actually,
no.
It's hard to tell.
No, he's got a 108.
Yeah, it's 108. No, it's too late. Fortunately.
It's slipping away from Nineball. Like, if there's a chance, it's becoming an increasingly slim chance.
201, very good times.
Yeah, definitely a very respectable time. Whereas Nineball is probably going to be looking at like a 2010, like a 210 at best. And now with missed clip out attempts, this is going to be more so in like the 220 region.
That's kind of interesting that Nineball actually tried to go for 2 different setups. He tried to do Dark Pro setup when you don't really need door to open, but it didn't really work well. And afterwards, he just decided to go like the normal way, like straight way, when it just moving from platforms to this clip direction.
Yeah.
Evil Butter drops. Alright, that's kind of fun thing that it's only 1 artificial chaos on this stage, which is kind of like offside, like off middle of the stage, like of the middle road. This is the only 1 artificial chaos piece which doesn't have dangerous on its skin, so that's the way you can recognize them.
Guns Machine protecting the arc is not a very friendly second piece, but if
Not
it's a
too
third piece
bad
in the
for
middle,
sure.
it can
Yeah.
still be okay. We'll see.
You can get third piece on the top as well. He didn't check for it.
Real talk,
but
I'm going to call something again. Let's say middle of the rotating beacon.
I believe in top piece.
Ah, I got it wrong. I'm terrible.
Get
Not-
good at predictions.
Not the best RNG for
RNG.
Seraphim though, and he's struggling
Oh,
to find this
It's
piece.
not gonna
Wow.
be in the middle. No, it's
The
it's
Meteor's
never
looking
in the
for
middle. Yeah. This is the only platform when you try dig while watching the moon is never in the middle.
Mhm.
It's just top or bottom one.
So, like, the RNG honestly wasn't fantastic for Seraphim there, and there were some execution mishaps there with the last piece, so he could have had significantly better than a 53, but it is what it is, and he still has quite a significant lead.
Um,
Long time no
well, it's
see.
kind of funny that Nineball
Did you
decided.
find my-
These are very strange pieces for Nineball.
I bet on jump from the start actually at this point. I know this layout can
Middle,
happen.
Interesting.
It
He doesn't
can.
have the spring for that hint there, though. Oh, Tommy's good. Tommy's good at this.
I literally remember this layout.
You've got the spreadsheet up.
No, I don't ever have spreadsheet for Meteor Herd.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, he's
I
not
don't
going to be
have
able to
one.
get that, though. It's the middle one,
yeah,
which
it's
you
the
need a
top
little more
one.
height for.
It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of most annoying. It's kind of weird because like in general all three pieces in the middle area, but time which you're gonna get is actually not that good for some reason.
Yeah, so both runners this time actually really didn't have particularly good meteor herds, which is a little surprising to me. But this is definitely do or die time for Seraphim now. This is, I mean, we've had one win for Seraphim, one win for Nineball. It really all comes down to this. If Seraphim wants to close this out in good style, he's going to need to get a quick CGSS right here. And I'm sure he will be feeling the pressure, so I can only hope that he does well here.
Yeah, he has the incentive, so he like initiative, I would say. And he's doing the same stuff.
He's
I'll
out
go out
first
of bounds
try.
first try. All right, that's actually the most difficult part, but it's not finished yet.
Yeah. His position looks good
He's
though.
kind of offside, but yeah,
No,
he
he's
should
good.
recover. Yeah, he's
It's
good.
almost too low actually, so nice. Very nice performance by Seraphim.
Yeah, very clean CGSS.
Huh. No problem.
I don't know what should happen to give any chances to Nineball. Like Seraphim need to mess it up a lot, but he honestly shouldn't at this
Mm.
point because again,
More
it's
final
not.
rush skip mistakes.
Yeah, it's just not the most difficult part. You just need to like stay focused and it
Yeah,
should be good.
definitely. Seraphim
This fight
meanwhile-
looks very good.
Yeah, he's getting another good Eggman with the capsule explosion
Excellent.
strat. Nineball, meanwhile, has a very nice start to his CG skip. He uses an interesting strat there where he deliberately takes a damage boost off the back of the artificial chaos.
Yeah.
And then he actually decides to spin dash off the corner of the room there instead of going for the bounce off the floor.
It feels like more like old style thing when you're not like when you're trying to get damage on purpose, like to get damage boost, and then when you're trying to do spin dash instead of jump bounce. I feel like it was people originally started to do. 1 or 7 with CGS actually.
That's very good, yeah.
That's strong.
So as long as Seraphim has a standard FR skip here, and it's looking good, the angle is looking dead on, then without any real major mistakes happening, Seraphim is well on the way to closing this out and securing his place in the semi-final.
All right, one mistake can cost Seraphim a game, but again, it just should not happen. It already happened once, and it should not happen for a really long time.
Yeah.
Nineball. Wait, did he get a punch? Yeah, he got a punch.
Yeah, you got to
That's
punch him
gonna
as full
delay
hit.
the fight.
He was trying to
Alright.
use mid-air shots since you can't punch in
Seraphim
mid-air,
is doing
but
height.
he just landed first. And yep, Seraphim's fine on the height, so he is going to be onto Shadow 2. This is increasingly looking like this is going to be the end of this match right here.
Yeah, Seraphim has a chance to beat Shadow 2 casually. You like when you just let Shadow to use his special attack over and over again.
And this
Like, he's
has
super
honestly
overpowered.
been
No problem.
this has honestly been a really respectable run as well. This is going to be like a low 36 at this pace. Like this is probably going to be like a 36-15 or 36-20.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Even better actually at this pace, as long as he gets a clean Shadow.
Before this is over.
Alright. Seraphim actually got a very good Shadow to fight at the first and second race.
Definitely knows what he's doing with this
Second.
boss.
Third.
His hits are a little late, but he's fine. And that's it.
G.
G indeed. Seraphim closes this match out with a 36-09. Definitely the best run he's had in this match.
Yeah,
Very,
congrats
very
Seraphim
good.
to passing round 3 and welcome to semifinals.
Definitely.
That was a race.
And I'm sure, well, yeah, the next
Did it.
race in this tournament will be between my man here, Tommy, and Ethmar to decide who's going to join Seraphim in that semi-final.
Yeah, we're gonna race next week on Sunday
Yes.
at, what was that time? 3 p.m. EDT, I guess.
And I'm sure once Nineball finishes as well, we'll be able to get the guys in here for a little short while to talk to them about the race, ask them a couple of questions, congratulate Seraphim on the win, and Nineball for the closely fought match.
Wow. 36 on 9.
Very good, yeah. I'd be very happy with that.
I'll show you the true power of chaos.
You have no idea. I would be even more happy because I would get PB, probably.
I'm not crazy, am I? This was still the run where Seraphim got Walk of Shame again as well.
Ah.
And he
Yeah,
still got
but-
3609.
Over, Shadow.
Yeah, he got C-ski, but it kind of was dirty.
Yeah, that's true. But all the important stuff, yeah, definitely very good. He definitely made the most out of that race. So, I'm not sure if Seraphim is going to join us. I can't see him in
Sonic,
the
I did it.
setups. If he does, he does.
Yo,
There he is.
is this a real Seraphim? I can't tell.
My microphone was muted. There we go.
Hey.
Whoa, there he is.
Sorry about that. I was like, "Hey guys, what's up?" And then, yeah, oops.
Is this actually him? Is this the actual guy who managed to get Walk of Shame just there and still get a very low 36? What even is that?
Yeah, it was. That was way riskier than I needed to be on that.
It was understandable, actually, yeah. You kind of had to go for early jump.
Yeah, but I could have just settled for half cycle, but
Well, yeah, but zero cycle was still possible, I'm pretty sure.
it was possible, and I was like, man, I gotta go for it, but yeah, that was a race.
That was a race.
That was a very good match. That was very entertaining to watch and commentate over, so I can really only thank the both of you for putting that on. It was very good. How do you
Yeah.
feel about how that match went? I'm sure like there must be spots in that match where you wish that you played better, but it was clearly good enough to secure a place in the semi-finals.
Yeah, I think race 1 was only closer than it looked because of the weird final rush skip. My gravity wasn't resetting, and I think that's why I ultimately botched it. I don't know. Anyway, I moved my control stick up, and then I never got my. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, you take off that minute. You take off, the Death Chamber RNG I got on that race, and the Mission Street I had a 35. So I mean, I was pretty okay with race 1. Race 2, I don't know what happened. I got really, really nervous like just throughout that race. And then, I mean, the game over on CGSS was obviously the pinnacle of the collapse I had in that race. But
Yeah, definitely.
I've been struggling with CGSS recently, so I was kind of bummed that happened. So I'm glad I got it first try the other 2 races. But yeah, that was. I don't really know what to think of that game too. It definitely didn't go well. It kind of all started on City Escape. I don't know what happened. I like got my positioning wrong on the skip. I was on the left side instead of the right side, and I don't know. I was really shaky the whole time, kind of reminiscent of my AGDQ run. But this third race, I was able to calm down and pull it back. And yeah, GG's again to Nineball, who played me really close. I could tell he's been practicing. I know he was a little nervous about that. I know a lot of people going in thought I would win, but he gave me a run for my money for sure.
It was very closely fought, yeah. And like going into that third game, I was somewhat concerned about whether the loss in game 2 was going to be weighing on your mind and prevent you from being able to play well. But clearly you put that to bed, because that game 3 was the best run you had in the match with almost a 35. That's damn good.
Yeah, I was pretty, especially because like I had like really, I probably would have had a 35 had I not been stupid on Aquatic Mine. I should have seen that free piece. Sometimes the farthest 3 fans I don't see very well, so I wish I would have seen that. But I probably would have had the 35 if that was the case. But I think overall, I think our RNG, I didn't really get a chance. I don't usually watch the stream, but I had pretty average. I mean, some splits were great, some splits were not great. I had some rough death chambers this race. Thankfully, the third one was really good.
In game 2, I think you guys were like dead tied coming out of Death Chamber. That was an interesting stage to watch.
Yeah, and I was thinking to myself, like, and I also stage 2, like, Green Forest wall run just wasn't clicking, but I should have just bailed after the first one. I shouldn't have kept going for it like I did. I just played more greedy than I needed to in that race. So, like, take off the bad City Escape execution, the Green Forest mistakes, game moving over on CGSS. Take out any of those 3 things, I probably would have won race 2 anyway. So I guess in terms of that, I'm pretty proud that even with all those major mistakes, I was still almost able to pull off that victory. But yeah, definitely, this is a good reminder that just because you grind for like PBs and you can get some really good stage times, it's just simply not the same as race situations. They're completely different mentalities.
That's true, yeah.
So, Seraphim, what you can say about your Cityscape on your last race?
Yeah, well, what ended up happening, I got the skip and was happy with that. Essentially, what had happened is so of course, when you get bad camera, one of 4 things can happen. You can either be on the right side of the rail or the left side of the rail, and you can either be not moving or moving. And I got the worst. I hate being on the left side and moving like I did. And I jumped onto the rail, but I accidentally tapped A and fell off and just wasn't able to recover, right? My speed was off, and so my timing on the rail were just not good. So I felt kind of silly on City Escape, but I was happy I got the skip.
You made me look really bad there, because like in commentary I was saying like, oh, Seraphim has the bad camera, but he's generally quite good at navigating with bad cameras. So
yeah,
shouldn't be a problem.
I had some weird button things and just weird little quirks. Like in game 1, the prison lane, I was pretty much on 134 pace, and then I cut my angle on the last room on the gate hop too far and missed it, and I just lots of weird shaky mistakes. So my mental game wasn't as much there as I wanted it to be.
Well, I mean, it was thankfully still good enough. That's all that really matters at the end of the day.
Yeah, for
did
sure.
Go to you. And I think, as Tommy alluded to before, the next match that we are going to be looking at is Tommy himself against Ethmar. It's the other quarterfinal match we've got. It's going to be on May 20th at 3 p.m. So, unfortunately, that's the latest, or the earliest even, that you're going to be able to see more SA2.
Yeah, I get to play the winner of that match too.
Yeah, looks like there are no any other matches that might happen before we'll be done with it more.
It's not possible, because I'm waiting in finals and Seraphim's waiting in semifinals.
Yeah, we have only 3 matches left in general, and last one is gonna be best of 5 as well. Wow.
I'm gonna die in that race. It's gonna be so long.
just imagine to play Hero Story for like 5 times.
Yeah, that'll be something.
I can't remember the last time I've done 5 Hero Story runs in a single stream.
I mean, it might be under 3, but I don't know. I don't think it will be free, honestly. No matter who will take the spot for the final, I don't believe it's gonna be free.
We'll see. Yeah.
Do you guys have any other questions?
Not on my end. I was just going to ask if you had any closing comments of your own.
Tommy, do you have anything before I go?
Well, not really. I don't know. I just wanted to say that it was really beautiful match to watch. I kind of used to see weird and actually fun knuckle stuff to watch when I'm commentating, and it's kind of funny. Like, your Aquatic Mines second and third races were amazing. Like, for both.
Yeah, I got some stupid good RNG. I was so happy.
Nineball also got really good RNG, not gonna lie. Except
Okay.
for the first Aquatic Mine, it was weird.
Yeah.
So
No, I was happy. I felt like the RNG didn't sway, at least for my runs. Like, I had some good, some bad. But yeah, I guess just some closing thoughts. Thanks again for Nineball for a fantastic set and for pushing me to my limits. I really needed that. And I'm looking forward to my next match. I think Tommy and Ethmar's match is going to be probably closer than this one, so that'll be really fun to see how they do. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and thanks for letting me have an interview, guys.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks very much to you two for playing. And thanks to everyone who was watching along and helping make this a really good stream.